Ship left arrow curving right ox rice ball rewind hourglass next track button black medium square station tiger face pencil U video game honeybee bright button sparkling heart no smoking no bell pizza swimmer.
the bit. On the bit. Hey, yo, damn, I can really swing my ass today. Good, y'all say it again.
Good evening, 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 and welcome to Game Night on Saturday, the 6th of November, where it is Danger Zone time. Danger Zone 2, going back to my roots with my, I suppose, technically second original, the first original being Danger Zone, or certainly second original that we still play. And it seems appropriate on fireworks night, or day after fireworks night. Yeah, it's a bit of danger. What the hell am I wearing? This is my new Christmas jumper, and it's a bit warm, so I'm going to be taking it off in a minute. But yeah, this is my new... it's November, and I refuse to just wear Christmas jumpers for 1 month of the year. It simply can't be done. So this is my new Loki jumper. You can see on the variant on the back. It says variant there as well. And a message from our sponsor, Useless Noisemaker.
It's November, you heathen.
It is November, but like I said, I've got lovely Christmas jumpers, and it's sad that I can only wear them 1 month of the year. It is getting cold, though, funnily enough, not in this office. It is still baking in this office, which is why I'm actually going to take it off now. Thank you very much for the 1 year of support there, Kira, the 12-month subscription, and hope you're still enjoying. It's lovely to have you. Thank you very much for the support. I think I'm blue underneath. Blue PC shirt, I think. There we go. That's slightly better because honestly it's really hot. But I wanted to show you. My new jumper. My Loki Christmas jumper. Anyway, what an evening we have got in store for you tonight. First of all, let me say hello to all of you all. Let's get my volume working. Good evening to Big Man Aaron, to Top 1 Gaming, Effrontery, and AB Me, Ondi, Jogging Chum, Tab Stop, Free Ruckus, Joe, good evening, Puzzle Dan, and Lupine, David, J, Bodycom, and Pop Ramen Comedy, good evening, Stoshkar, Toot, Innocent Car, Calibrated Vision and Shapes, Samster and Salem, good evening, Listwitz and It's Hotly, and brand new Halo to Daru, Emily and J White, Mark and Lewis, Claire, G. Isons, Kira, and anyone else who is lurking in the chat. Why have you gotten the puppy out, Dylan? We didn't need to see the puppy right now. And Dexter is coming to say hello. He's had a lot of walking today. He's suddenly sneaking up on us.
2 dumps and he has to go to bed now.
It's like, well, if he's got to go to bed and he was already settled, why have you woken him up?
He had his dinner, and then he went and had a poo, and now I'm putting him back to bed. Right,
fair enough. Well, say bye-bye, everyone. Say bye-bye. Dexter's going to sleep. He's had a very long day today. He had puppy play school this morning, and then he... big plays with Big Dog this morning, and then he went to puppy play school, and he didn't come to town with us because he was tired, but we took him for a walk around the yacht basin, and so he's been conked out. There you go, brand new Halo. Thank you for redeeming that. Show me the pupper. You've got it right there. You got it before it was redeemed, so that's all good. And welcome to you all. It's great to have you here. And evening of double danger, and then some stuff a bit later on. Starting with Danger Zone in this pack written by Oni. I proofed this one myself. It's a very nice pack indeed. Very user friendly. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. Very grateful to Alex for his efforts. Coming up a little bit later on, there'll be a musical interlude in between the first 2 games. A proper musical interlude, which is going to be a thing I'm going to try for a bit. And we'll see how that goes down. We've then got The Purge, as written by our friend David J. Bodycom. This pack came in this morning at 5 a.m. I have had a look through it, though. It is solid as one would expect from David. Very much looking forward to playing that. And then to wrap off the night, we have got the Fabled Stuff TM. Yes, some more stuff coming your way. New game idea from Persephone's Chair. Consulted with David on this project over the last few days. Very grateful to him for all his input. David's opinion, David seemed to like it, is all I'll say. So I hope you do as well, and we'll get to that a little bit later on, sometime after 10 o'clock this evening. For now, the first game of the night is Danger Zone 2. It has been written by our friend Oni, and if you want to take part, type in the code EIYMV. Someone tell me if the volume is okay. Is the game a bit quiet? The game feels a bit quiet to me. I can possibly bump it. If you think it's a bit quiet, I can bump that there volume. A little bit quiet. Some people saying volume okay, a little bit quiet. Earth is your maiden voyage, nice. Okay, let me bump the game up just a smidge. Yeah, I think the Danger Zone 2 loop is quieter than other loops. Especially idiotic, your mileage vary. Nice. Everyone in, you mustn't vacate. I thought that's for a second I thought it said everyone in, you mustn't vaccinate. Let's not be spreading that sort of rhetoric over here. But yes, everyone in, you mustn't vacate. I like that. End it, you family-friendly vermin. Nice. 31 players into the game so far, which is nice to see. Been very tired today. Yawning a lot around Tesco. Very, very tiring. Didn't get enough sleep last night. I really should go to bed earlier. Hello to Moonling, Mogra, Colo, Cyclespace, etc. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're keeping well. Let me give you some danger pennies. Let's see what happens. Danger 34. 10 more pennies. We'll cash those in at the start. In this game, you get 5 points for every question you get right. So even if you get eliminated from the main game, keep playing in the Boneyard. Every question you get right is going to be worth 5 pennies. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yawning into... yeah, what'd that be? How's it go? Yawning in Tesco. Yawning with my feet and feel up the fear. Yawning in Tesco. But do I really feel the way I feel? Oh, that's it. Something like that. Ben sings, everybody drink. Yeah, no, I mean I was awake enough, but I was just really tired. I had a late night and an early start. Dexter doesn't understand the concept of weekends, so it's like 7:30 and someone stirs. It's like yip, 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 yip. It's like, yes, it's time for me to go for a wee. It's like, okay. So yeah, he's had his second jabs this week, so we'll be out walking him properly soon, which will be good. I wonder if I play along with this. You think I'd be able to, considering I wrote the music for this one? There it is. Something like that. Right, we've got ABME, Joe, Tadaru, We Like Shapes, Topper 1, Lupine, Toot, Lewis, Itzotli, Salem, Claire, Samster, Emily, Brand New Halo, Ondi, Free Ruckus, Effrontery, Liswitz, Tapstop, Jog and Chum, Calibrated Vision, G. Isons, Puzzle Dan, Innis, Moonling, Mogra, Kolo, Big Man Aaron, Cyclespace, Cart, Cetra, Derek, and Kegler Coach. I hope you're ready to play. Let's lock the game, and we will begin. Oh, and Mark, welcome to the game, just in the nick of time there. Yes, this is a game you have to be in from the start, so do join at the start if you want to play. Let's lock it up, and our game will begin. Okay, we have got a perfect number for the game. The danger zone size will be consistent throughout, that is 7. So every round we will lose 7 players to the Boneyard over on the right. But if you do go to the Boneyard, you can continue playing and you still get pennies. And there is, of course, a medal for the winner of the Boneyard as well. So the lobby has been locked and 34 players have entered the arena. In this game, you answer multiple choice questions A through D. You can do it either in public chat or to Persephone's Twitch bot. Either is fine in this game. In fact, you could type messages in chat to maybe try and mislead people if you want to play a crafty, sneaky game. That's entirely fine and a valid strategy to play. You get points by answering correctly and quickly. So the first person to answer correctly on each question will get points equal to the number of players in the game. So that'll be 34. So the first player will get 34, the next will get 33, the next will get 32, and so on. Relatively straightforward. At the end of the round, there's 5 questions in each round. At the end of the round, the players who are in the danger zone will be eliminated. Being in the danger zone is bad, but you only need to be in there once to be eliminated. If you are in there after question 5, then you are eliminated from the game. We can only lose exactly 7, so in the event of a tie, we will go to a tiebreaker at the end of each round. To help you out along the way, you've got a nerf and you've got a multiplier. The multiplier will double the points in any given round, though of course remember doubling nothing is still nothing. So use it on a round that you think you're going to do particularly well on if you want to get to the top, because players who finish at the top of the board, top 3, will get a little boost going into the next round. Everybody else will reset to 0. Or you might want to play it on a round you think you're going to do poorly on and just try and answer quickly and get a boost point just to get one answer. The choice is yours. Of course, a little panda bonus if you can go through the game without using your multiplier at all. You cannot use your multiplier or your nerf in round 5. Nerf gets rid of the question and basically gives you a free go, and it will give you points equal to half the number of players rounded down. So in this case, if you play your nerf, you get exactly 17 points no matter when you answer. If you're using your nerf and a multiplier, you don't get double points. It is a flat rate, and you get one of those per game, likewise the multiplier. So, category will be revealed to you, and if you want to play your multiplier on it, you need to type 3 exclamation marks or M for multiply into the chat or to Persephone's Twitch bot within 15 seconds. The first category is 2001, A Quiz Odyssey. 15 seconds if you want to play your multiplier. We'll give you double points for this round. And a message from our sponsor, Salem Stowaway.
Bogies.
Bogies indeed. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Just Colo choosing to play the multiplier on this round, so Colo's going to have a strong advantage to get to the top. So, simple as that. 2001 A Quiz Odyssey, 5 questions relating to this category somehow. And again, very many thanks to Oni for providing us with this pack. Good luck to you all. Round 1 is 2001 A Quiz Odyssey. Let's play DangerZone. So, A, B, C, or D? Here we go. Question 1. What was the highest grossing film released in 2001? Was it The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Monsters Inc., Shrek, or Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone? All players other than Derek getting a right answer. Not very many of them were right, though. Who was fastest here? Toot was fastest, getting themselves 34 points. AB Me second. Joe was third. Emily was fourth. Carr was fifth. And a few other players getting it right, though not very many. The correct answer... well, let's have a look and see what the correct answer was. We're going to have a big old danger zone. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So Harry Potter was 1.007 billion, Lord of the Rings was 884 million, Monsters Inc. 529 million, and Shrek was 488 million. This was the first year to have 2 movies gross over $800 million. Incidentally, the entire top 10 did in 2019. So that's a big old danger zone. We need to break some ties too. Me, Joe, Emily, Carr, Innes, Salem, and Puzzle Dan off to a strong start. Everybody else going to need to give me some right answers. The danger zone mark will count against your name and possibly count against you later on. Let's go on. Question number 2. The McDonald's Big Tasty Burger was first introduced in 2001, but what vegetable do Australians add to it to make it a McOz? Is it A, carrot, B, turnip, C, beetroot, or D, cauliflower? A few more people getting that one right. Correct answer... first of all, who was fastest? Tabstop getting in there first. Topper was second. Derek getting in third. ABME fourth. Innes was fifth. Ondi choosing to nerf that question, getting the flat rate of 17 points. A few others getting it right. The correct answer was... beetroot. And the home-style McOz additionally adds a fried egg too. The distinctively Australian beetroot. Yes, it's... can't imagine that appealing to me, but then again, I don't really like beetroot. ABME now at the top with 64. Toot and Innes tied in second with 59. Cara and Salem tied in third with 54. Still got 2 bigger danger zone sides, but 3 more questions to resolve that. Jogging Chum to Diary G, Eisens, Big Ben Aaron, Cycle Space, Claire, Brand New Halo 3, Ruckus, Kekler, Coach List, Witcher, Frontry, Cetra, and Mark, all in the danger zone. Let's go on. Question number 3. Which actor starred on his own in the music video to Fatboy Slim's 2001 hit Weapon of Choice? Was it Nicolas Cage, Kevin Bacon, James Woods, or Christopher Walken? Most players getting this. We should have a resolution on the danger zone after this question. Something like that, isn't it? Yeah, Weapon of Choice. I remember that song. And who was fastest? Big Man Aaron getting in there first this time. ABME was second. Shapes was third. Toot was 4th, Derek was 5th, Cetra choosing to nerf on that question, getting the flat rate of 17. Quite a few other players getting it right. The correct answer was D, Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken is what we're after. We have still got a tie in the Danger Zone. Ondi and Cetra both on 17. I believe both players who've played their nerfs so far. Tied on 17. That tie will have to be resolved before the end of the round. We cannot have 8 players being eliminated, only 7. Claire, Kegler Coach, Liswitz, Tadaru, Psychospace, and G. Eisens are also all in the Danger Zone. Let's see what question number 4 brings. Good luck. Take a look at this. That's actually just a blues scale weapon of choice. Who knew? Question 4. If Charles Ingram's millionaire win in 2001 would have stood as valid, what number UK millionaire winner would he have been? The 3rd winner, the 2nd winner, the 4th winner, or the 5th winner? Ooh, probably about half, maybe getting it right. Who was fastest? Big Man Aaron again. Innis getting in there 2nd. ABME was 3rd. Tadaru was 4th. And Samsa was 5th. Also, quite a few players nerfing on this one. Salem, Effrontery, Free, Ruckus, and G. Eisens all playing their nerf, going to get the flat rate of 17 points. Correct answer was the 3rd winner. 2nd winner was David Edwards in April 2001, and the 4th, officially 3rd winner, was Robert Bridges, who did it in the same month as Ingram. So there we go. One more question in this round. ABME currently leading with 129. Cars in 2nd with 110. Innis in 3rd with 92. For the first time, we have got a standard Danger Zone size of 7. Jogging Chum, Cetra, G. Eisens, Claire, Kegler, Liswitz, and Cyclespace. You need to get some big points to get yourselves out of the Danger Zone. It's Otley, Calibrated Vision, Brand New Halo, maybe Mark, maybe Tadaru, possibly looking over their shoulders, because it is still anyone's game at this point with 34 points available per question. Let's see what you make of question number 5. Good luck. Take a look at this. In which year was 2001 A Space Odyssey actually released in cinemas? Was it 63, 68, 73, or 78? This is one I happen to know the answer to. Quite a few of you do as well. Who was fastest? Toot getting in there first. Surprises there on 60s, 70s cinema. Innis getting in 2nd. Shapes was 3rd. Tabstop was 4th. And Samster was 5th. Couple of nerfs being played there. Tadaru and Brand New Halo. And Kegler Coach. Kegler Coach with the Hail Mary nerf there. If you are in the Danger Zone and you are red, then unfortunately you cannot escape at this point. It's Otley and Calibrated Vision as the lowest 2 in the main game, and G. Eisens and Kegler both getting it right. May have something to worry about. They may be slipping in here. We'll find out in just a second. The correct answer to this question was B, 1968. And that is the end of the round. Carr finishes in the lead with 139. ABME 2nd with 129. Innis in 3rd with 125. Very well done. You 3 will get a little boost going into the next round. Everybody else who has survived and is above that red line, congratulations, your points will be reset to 0, and we will see you in round 2. That's Toot, Margaret, Samster, Shapes, Salem, Tabstop, Derek, Lewis, Lupine, Big Man Aaron, Colo, Free Ruckus, Topper 1, Puzzle Dan, Tadaru, Emily, Brand New Halo, Ondi, G. Eisens, Effrontery, Joe, Moonling, Kegler, and Mark. We will see you in round 2. However, unfortunately for Calibrated Vision, it's Sotley, Jogging Chum, Cetra, Claire, Listwitz, and Cyclespace. Oh, dear me. We've got to the end of round 1, and unfortunately for you, you are in the Danger Zone, which means we have to say goodbye. But of course, do continue playing from over in the Boneyard. We can have King or Queen of the Boneyard at the end of the game. Still a medal attached to that, and of course 5 pennies for every question that you get correct. So, these are the standings. Only one player, that's Colo, has used their multiplier thus far. Quite a few of you have used your nerfs already. A nerf will now be worth a flat rate of 13 points, and the most points per question will be 27 or 54 if you're using your multiplier. And if you'd like to use that multiplier and you've got it left, it's 3 exclamation marks or an M into the chat on the category of a most Braziliant category. And we see their Car with the boost up to 13, ABME up to 9, Innis up to 6. Everybody else's points resetting to 0. Let's see. Puzzle Dan, Emily, Ondi, Effrontery, Joe, and Kegler all activated multipliers. You will get double points for this round. So, a most Braziliant category is the title of this round. Let's see what you make of it. Good luck. Round 2, let's play Danger Zone. Brazil's biggest victory and, oh dear, heaviest defeat at the FIFA World Cup on the same scoreline. What is it? Something appears to have happened. That's a parse error that I don't see. I'm sorry about that. Well done. Yeah, it's done the weird date formatting. So I'm looking at the spreadsheet. Yeah, it is 7-1, Sam, so you're right. I couldn't tell you. It's done a weird... It does this occasionally. Unfortunately, it doesn't show up on the spreadsheet, but it does show up in the parsed version. And on combing through the parsed version, I must have missed that. So huge apologies for that. The options should have been 7-1, 6-1, 8-1, and 9-1. And the correct answer there is 7-1. The biggest win versus Sweden 1950, heaviest defeat versus Germany in 2014. Well done if you did manage to parse that, or your 1 in 4 paid off. Huge apologies in advance, in retrospect for that. Occasionally these things do sneak through. Topper getting it first, GI's in second, Puzzle Dan getting it third, Emily getting it fourth, Moonlink actually using the nerf on that one for a free 13 points. Apparently it was A 44378, which is 7-1 apparently in speech. Yeah. I've no idea what the parsing is. I don't speak spreadsheet. Anyway, there it is. That's how it goes. Puzzle Dan in the lead on 50, Emily in second on 48, Toppers in third on 27. Let's go on to question number 2, and hopefully this will be a little better formatted. Have a look at this. A US dollar is worth how many Brazilian real? Between 11 and 100, between 101 and 1,000, over 1,000, or between 1 and 10? I only did double check this one to make sure there hasn't been some mad change in the exchange rate. Only a handful of people getting this one right. Tadaru was first, Carr was second, Free Ruckus third, Lewis was fourth, Brand New Halo was fifth on this. And 2 using a nerf on that one for a free 13 points. Correct answer is D, between 1 and 10 real. Yes, it's actually about $5 real 25. That was as of the 20th of July. I think it's gone up a little bit since then. But still between 1 and 10. Puzzle Dan now, still in the lead rather. Emily's in second with 48. Carr in third now with 39. Still a number of people in the danger zone, but we've got 3 questions to get you out of there. Let's go on to the next one and see what you make of it. Question 3. Brazil nuts contain a notable amount of what surprising chemical element, up to 1,000 times more than any other foodstuffs? Is it uranium, polonium, silicon, or radium? There's a bit more green up on the board. We like to see that. Who was fastest there? Shapes getting in there first. Puzzle Dan was second. Joe getting in third. Brand New Halo fourth. And Effrontery was fifth. Quite a few others getting it right as well. The correct answer was D, radium. Radium. So a kilo of Brazil nuts can produce between 40 and 260 becquerels of radiation. Very dangerous nut there. Or technically, possibly a seed. I may be wrong on that, but yes, radium is what we're answer, and we have got a tie in the danger zone because we've got 8 players all on 0. Tapstop, Samster, Bigman, Aaron and Colo, Derek, Ondi, Salem and Mogra. 2 more questions to get yourselves out of the danger zone. Best of luck. Here is the next question. Brazil's Bob Burnquist is a professional in which extreme sport? Is it A, surfing, B, rollerblading, C, skateboarding, or D, BMX? Again, quite a few players getting this one right. Innes getting in first. Effrontery was second, Lupine third, AB me in fourth, and Tadaru in fifth. No nerfs being played on that one. I remember this from a game called Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Yes, he is a skater. C is what we're after. Oh, Samster trying to claw his way out of the danger zone, but he's still 2 points shy. 18 points. Tabs up, Big Man, Colo, Derek, Ondi, Mogra still on 0. 21 points needed to clear Salem and get out officially out of the danger zone, but of course it depends how other players get on as well. With 27 points available per question, and with Ondi with a multiplier here, this could still have some very big swings. Samsa is 2 away from escaping the danger zone. Salem is 2 clear of that line. Puzzle Dan is way out in front on 144. Effrontery's in second on 98. Emily in third on 86. One more question to get out of the danger zone. Here it is, question number 5. Brazil is a member of the G20. Which of these countries is not? Is it A, Argentina, B, Canada, C, Chile, or D, Mexico? There's your time. Fun fact about Bob Burnquist: at the time of his retirement in 2017, Bob was the only person to appear at every Summer X Games since the first event in 1995. So there we go. Lots of people getting this one right. Emily was fastest, Joe was second, AB Me was third, Effrontery fourth, and Derek was fifth. A few nurse being played there. Shapes and Topper with the sort of the Hail Mary one to guarantee their spot, try and guarantee their spot. Samster likewise with the Hail Mary nerf. With Salem getting this one wrong, that could spell danger for them. But we've also got to look to Kolo, Derek, and Ondi, who all got it correct. And Derek in particular, who got it correct fifth fastest, earning 23 points. What was the difference between Derek and Samster? Has Samster done enough to escape the danger zone? Let's find out. The correct answer is Chile. Chile was the answer. Was invited to the 2019 G20 summit in Osaka, but has never been a member. And that is going to be it for that round. And we've got quite a good gap there, actually, between players surviving and players in the danger zone. Puzzle Dan finishes on top with 184, Effrontery in second with 146, and Emily in third with 140. Very well done, you three. You'll get some boosts going into round 3, and you'll be joined there on 0 points by Joe, Lewis, Toon, Free Ruckus, Tadaru, Kegler, Brand New Halo, Car, AB Me, G. Eisens, Innis, Mark, Lupine, Moonling, Shapes, Topper, and Samsa. Very well done. We'll see you in round 3. However, unfortunately for Derek and Ondi, Salem and Kolo, Tabstop, Big Man Aaron, and Mogra, I'm afraid it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Over they go to the Boneyard. We have got a 6-way going on in the Boneyard. Jogging Chummit, Sotley, Claire and Mogra, Salem and Derek all tied up on 4 points. So still battling it out for Monarch of the Boneyard. Over in our main game, we've still got a number of players with nerfs left, 9 by the looks of it, and we've got quite a few who haven't multiplied yet. Notably, the top 4 at the end of that round have used their multipliers, as has Kegler. Everybody else has still got it to play if they'd like to. 2 more rounds on which to use it. Remember, you can't use it on round 5. 3 exclamation marks or an M into chat if you'd like to play it on this round, which is 80s pop, except it kinda isn't. The 4 players activating, which leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players potentially to play nerfs, multipliers rather, on the final round before the final round. Puzzle Dan start with a lead of 10, Effrontery's on 6, Emily's on 5. So it's 80s pop, except it kinda isn't. Let's see how you get on with it. Good luck. Let's play Danger Zone. Okay, question 1. The pop group Duran Duran are named after Dr. Durand, a character in what? Is it a novel, a film, a TV show, or a musical? All players answering in our main game. Only a smattering of them getting it right. Who was fastest? Toot was there first, Shapes getting in there second, Samsa in third, Mark in fourth, and Joe in fifth. Only a couple of others, Tadara and G. Eisens finding the right answer there. I'm just going to take my hairband out because it's annoying me. Let's take a look. The correct answer here was B, film. Duran features in the 1968 science fiction film Barbarella, based on the comic book series of the same name. Mark way out in front, 34. G. Eisens in second with 28. Toots in third with 20. In the danger zone, Kegler, Topper, Carr, AB Me, Lewis, Innis, Lupine, Moonling, Free Ruckus, and Brand New Halo. All in the danger zone, though Free Ruckus and Moonling with their multipliers active could be a Hail Mary salvation for them. Let's go on. Question number 2. Bucks Fizz won Eurovision in 1981 with Making Your Mind Up, but how long do the contestants have to make their mind up on the connecting wall in the quiz show Only Connect? 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30 seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds, or 3 minutes? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 players finding the right answer to this. Shape's getting in there first. I'll be upset if it was anything else, Shapes, to be honest. Lupine second, AB Me third, Puzzle Dan fourth, and Mark in 5th. Maybe a bit of a sort of a curveball here, because the Only Connect version that we play on one of the warm-up games from time to time is 3 minutes, and that because it syncs up with the audio track quite nicely. But in the show, the actual answer is B, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's what they have in the TV show. Emily Topper, Ines Kegler, Moonling Carr, and Brand New Halo currently in the Danger Zone. 3 questions to find your way out of there. Mark is currently in the lead in the main game with 66, quite a way ahead of Shapes in second on 39, Samsa in third with 32. Though again, Moonling with that multiplier active in the Danger Zone could be the wild card. So particularly effrontery and players at the lower end of the top half of the board to keep your eyes over your shoulder. Let's go on, question number 3. Live Aid was held in 1985 at Wembley Stadium and at the John F. Kennedy Stadium in which US city, which now hosts the Wells Fargo Center? Is it New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, or San Francisco? Most players getting the right answer to this. What I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to undock this window for a minute. I was going to pop to be right back because I don't want to accidentally show off all the answers, but I'm just going to undock this window because at the moment I can't see the chat and my factoids in the same time. So let's come back. Sorry about that. Yeah, so quite a number of players getting this right. The majority, in fact. Who was, go back to the right profile, Ben. Who was fastest here? Ines getting in first. Mark was second. Topper in third, Shapes in fourth, and Joe in 5th. Still no nerfs being played on that question by the looks of it. The correct answer was B, Philadelphia. So the John F. Kennedy Stadium was demolished in 1992 and replaced by the Wells Fargo Center in 1996. Totley and Derek at the top of the boneyard with 7 points apiece. Mark way out in front, almost double second place, currently on 104, thanks in no small part to that multiplier of no doubt. Shapes in second with 56, Free Ruckus is in third with 52. In the Danger Zone, Topper, Emily, Effrontery, Brand New Halo, Carr, Kegler, and Moonling M. All in danger of dropping. 2 more questions to save yourselves. Let's go on to question number 4. In which London district is Electric Avenue, sang about by Eddie Grant in the 1982 song of the same name? Is it Camden Town, Peckham, Wembley, or Brixton? We're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. Yeah, I remember that song. Didn't really like it much. Oi! Is that a line from that song, or am I making that up? Shapes was fastest, Joe in second, Toot in third, Samson was fourth, and Brand New Halo was 5th. A couple of nerfs, a few nerfs being played there. Puzzle Dan, Lupine, and Innis choosing to nerf that question, take a free 10 points for themselves. Correct answer was... Nope, it's in there. D, excuse me, Brixton. Brixton was the right answer. Mark retains his lead, though the gap between him and Shapes closes a little. Shapes in second on 76, and Samsa maintains third with 56. Danger Zone is G. Eisen's Brand New Halo, Topper, Emily, Effrontery, Kegler, and Carr, but it is tighter than a very tight thing between the line there. Bit of a gap between G. Eisen's and Brand New Halo, but G. Eisen's on 28. Tadaru, AB Me, both 29. Moonling and Innis, both 30. With so many points, 20 points per question available, this could still go any number of different ways. Let's find out what happens with question number 5. I wish you all the very best of luck. Here it is. Prince's hit song 1999 was his first UK top 10 hit. Which of these events happened in 1999? Nunavut becomes unique Canadian territory, Tony Blair appears in an episode of The Simpsons, PlayStation 2 release, or the final commercial flight of Concorde? Oh, look at this. All the players in the danger zone getting it wrong, which means your fate is going to be sealed at this point. Handful of players getting it right, though. Who was fastest? Toot got there first. Mark was second. Samsa third. Lupine fourth. And Lewis and AB Me both choosing to nerf that question and take the free 10 points. Bit of a tricky one, this, and quite a lot of information to process. But as it's slightly saying, a process of elimination, the correct answer is the Nunavut becomes unique Canadian territory. So Tony Blair appeared in the 2003 episode The Regina Monologues. Concorde's last flight was in 2003, and the PlayStation 2 was released globally in the year 2000. Which means at the end of that round, Mark has the lead with 142, Shapes taking second with 76, Samster taking third with 74. Very well done, you three. You will get a boost going into the next round, and you'll be joined in that next round by Toot, Lupine, Free Ruckus Joe, Puzzle Dan, Lewis, AB Me, Innes, Moonling, and Tadaru, and your points will all reset to 0. Congratulations, we'll see you in round 4. However, unfortunately for G. Eisens by only 1 point. Brand new Halo, Topper 1, Emily, Effrontery, Kegler, and Carr. Unfortunately for you, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Ah, Mrs. Flush is here. Hello. Oh, is this the Mozart?
This is the Mozart. I'm going to try a little bit of it, but I thought I'd bring some in for you. I've only poured a teensy bit.
It's basically Bailey's.
Is it basically Bailey's?
Basically Bailey's.
Just...
So we're in Wednesday night. Went out for a friend's birthday, 41st birthday, and it's quite a posh bar we were in. It's a hotel, actually, a hotel and bar. And they had this liqueur behind the bar called Mozart, and I just loved the design of the bottle, and obviously I'm a big Mozart fan as well, so I thought, well, I have to have some, so I ordered some off Amazon, and it arrived a couple of days later. Really very tasty. It's white chocolate vanilla cream liqueur is what it was modelled as, or marketed as, and it's simply called Mozart. Not to be confused with Mozart Kugeln. No, I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure it's not the same thing. It's very nice, actually, but I've just tried some, and it's it's basically Bailey's.
Basically Bailey's. It's nice, though.
Which is an Irish cream. So it's got a little burning kick to it, but I can imagine that being very nice by the fire over Christmas.
Looks a bit like breast milk, I'm not gonna lie.
Looks a bit like...
breast milk.
It looks a bit like breast.
It does. It honestly does. It's got the.
I'm not aware. I'm not aware of what that looks like. If I'm being completely honest, never had any opportunity
hot
to.
chocolate would do good. But yeah.
Anyway, how are you doing, Mrs. Flush?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just getting ready to go chill out before bed.
Cool.
But I thought I'd try a little bit of this.
Yeah.
Share some with.
Well, thank you for sharing. Yeah, it's nice. I'll have some of that over Christmas. It'll be nice.
Yeah, it is very much a Christmas drink.
We shall continue the game, but Ben will buy absolutely anything Mozart. That's kind of true, Big Man Aaron. I'm a big fan.
Honestly, well, you could,
Come and join us a bit later on, won't you?
I will try to. You could buy Ben a bottle of arsenic and go, yeah, it says...
It's Mozart's own arsenic. Right, here we go then. It's Sotley is leading the Boneyard with 9 points. We have 13 players remaining, and of those 13, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 have potentially got multipliers to play. Remember, double points in the round if you play it, but you can't use it on round 5, so this is your last chance to use your multiplier, and if you want to do it, it's 3 exclamation marks into the chat or an M on the following category. Odd ones out. And there we have a critical mass of players. That means at least... Remember, there's only 6 in the final, and more than 6 players have activated. In fact, all 8 who had available. Lewis thinking about maybe playing the Panda there, but choosing to go against it. Remember, Joe and Mark, you have still got nerfs available. They are worth a free 6 points. Mark starting here with 6, Shapes with 4, Samster with 3. Everyone else resetting to 0. More than half of you have got multipliers activated. It's a good strategy to leave it to round 4 if you can get there. Wish you all the very best of luck. It's the odd ones out. Let's play Danger Zone. Which of these breads is not an actual bread product? Soda bread, black bread, milk bread, lava bread. Or lava bread, sure on the pronunciation. Most players getting this one right. It's Sotley extending his lead in the Danger Zone, now up to 10 points. Who was fastest in the main game? Samster getting there first, Mark was second, Lupine third, AB Me was fourth, and Shapes was fifth. A couple of other players getting it right. Correct answer was laver bread or lava bread. Yes, laver bread is a variety of seaweed eaten as part of a Welsh breakfast. Nicely done, nicely done. Yes, seaweed. Good knowledge there, Mark. Good knowledge. Either that or you repeated me. I don't know who said it first, but either way. Oh dear, little hiccup. Samster in the lead with 29, Shapes and Lupine on 22, ABME on 20, Mark's on 18, Moonling's on 8, Puzzle Dan 2, Free Ruckus, Joe, Lewis, Innocent, Tadaru all in the danger zone, but 4 out of 7 of those have got their multipliers active. Let's go on, question number 2. Black bread is a pirate. It would be beard, I think. Which of these classic rock songs was not released in the 1960s? Born to be Wild by Steppenwolf, Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival, Fire by The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, or Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple? Hang on a minute, that's what I'm after. Sorry. Let's take a look. Quite a few of you getting that one right. Innis was fastest. Mark getting there second. Tadaru getting third. Yeah, I need an organ patch for that one, don't I? I am the god of hellfire. Mark was third. Sorry, I get very distracted. No, he wasn't. Tadaru was third. What am I on about? Shapes was fourth. Lupine was fifth. Mark was second. And a couple of others getting it right there as well. Yeah, putting music questions up there, I always get distracted. Let's take a look. The correct answer was... It was Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. Smoke on the Water was released in 1972, not the 60s. Born to be Wild and Fire in 1968 and Fortunate Son in October 1969. Shapes at the top with 42, Lupine's in second with 40, Mark in third with 30, ABME, Moonling, Puzzle Dan, Free Ruckus, 2, Joe and Lewis are all in the danger zone at the moment. Mark, the only player without a multiplier to be in the top flight of 6, but ABME is hot on everyone else's tails, and of course we've got Toot and Lewis to look out for as well, potentially getting 26 points per question. Let's go on to question number 3. I'll take you to bed. Very good, Big Bad Aaron. Very good. Which of these car companies are not South Korean? SsangYong, Proton, Daewoo, or Kia? Ooh, about half getting it right here. Mogra catching up with Sotley in the Boneyard, both now on 10. Toot was at first, Lupine second, Mark third, Shapes in fourth, and Podzadan in fifth. Tadaru and Lewis also getting that one right. The correct answer was Proton. Proton. They are Malaysian, the nation's first badged car company when it was launched in 1983. So we've got a tie. Innis and Toot both on 26 at the moment, thanks to Toot's multiplier and getting that one right first. There is a tie that must be settled and resolved before the end of the round. Also in the danger zone, ABME, Moonling, Puzzle Dan, Lewis, Free Ruckus and Joe. Lupine, Shapes, Mark, Tadaru, Samster currently safe, but it's a tight gap between 5th and 6th at the moment, just 3 points in it. Let's go on to question number 4. Take a look at this. It is starting to look bleak, Free Ruckus. It is starting to look a little bleak. Still possible at this point, though. Question 4. Which of these countries has a capital city that does not begin with the same letter as the other 3? A. Estonia, B. Albania, C. Moldova, or D. Georgia? Again, about half the players getting it right. 7 out of 13. Who was fastest? Mark getting in there first. Lewis was second. Shapes was third. Tadaru was fourth. Toot was fifth. The correct answer, it's certainly taken his lead back in the Boneyard, now up to 11. Correct answer was the Republic of Moldova. So Estonia's capital is Tallinn, Albania's is Tirana, Georgia's is Tbilisi, Moldova's capital is Chisinau. Unsure of the pronunciation of that. But yes, the Republic of Moldova was the correct answer. Mark's still the only player in the top 6 at the moment without a multiplier active, though it has been used, so we're not looking at Panda, but just playing the odds of the game. Very tricky to go up against 8 players with multipliers in this final round, but holding his own so far. With 1 question to go, Innes is in the danger zone, 4 points shy of Toot, who's managed to get out up to 44. 5 points shy of Samsa, who's on 45. Lewis there on 38, AB Me on 20, but all have got multipliers available. At this stage of the game, Moonling, Puzzled Down, Free Ruckus and Joe, because you haven't got multipliers and there are only 13 points left, unfortunately it is now mathematically impossible for you to get above that danger zone line. Even if you get it right and everyone else gets it wrong, you can only get 29 or fewer, which will not be enough to pass Innes. But do keep playing and we hope you've enjoyed the experience. So it all comes down to who is going into 6th place and possibly even 5th place we're looking at here, with Samster, Toot, Innes, Lewis and maybe AB Me all in contention. I wish you all the very best of luck. Here is question number 5. Which of these is not a film about the sport of baseball? A, Moneyball, B, A League of Their Own, C, Coach Carter, or D, The Natural? Majority getting this one right. Shape's getting it down to 2, but going the wrong way. Who was fastest? Joe getting it right first and fastest. Mark was 2nd. Toot getting in there 3rd. Samsa was 4th. And Free Ruckus was 5th. Quite a few others getting it right as well. AB Me now out of contention, with Innes and Lewis answering slower than both Samster and Toot. I think that is probably going to be all she wrote for this question. Maybe Tadaru will slip down far enough. Maybe. Let's find out. The correct answer was C, Coach Carter. Tadaru has slipped down, but to 6th place, getting ahead of Innes by 4 points. Not quite enough to get out of the danger zone there, Innes, but a jolly good effort. Shapes finishes around in the lead with 84, Lupine 76, Mark and Toot both on 66, Samsa 65 and Tadaru 58, and you will be our 6 finalists. Congratulations. We'll see you in the final in just a moment. However, unfortunately, after a great game, Innes, Lewis, Moonling, AB Me, Puzzled Dan, Free Ruckus and Joe, unfortunately, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. So there we have it. Mark going all the way to the final without using a nerf. There's no emoji available for that, I'm afraid. Lewis currently leading at the Boneyard with 14 points, and it comes down to our final 6 over on the other side. Let's just take a look at how they've gotten on. Nobody managing to escape the danger zone entirely this game. Samster, Tadaru both with 5 appearances, Toot, Mark, Lupine with 4, Shapes with just 3. And out of 20 questions, Shapes and Lupine both managed to get 12, Mark 13, Toot with the lead at the moment on 14, tied with Lewis's over in the Boneyard, Samster 13 and Tadaru 9. So in this round, you start with points equal to the total number of questions you've got correctly minus your danger zone appearances. So Shapes is going to start on 9, Lupine's going to start on 8, Mark's going to start on 9, Toot's going to start on 10, Samsa is going to start on 8, and Tadaru is going to start on 4, which is why you want to stay out of the danger zone, because they do count against you in the end game scenario. Wishing you all the best of luck. Let's go to the final round. Do you want one anymore? Fair enough. Well, I'm good with wine at the moment, so but I'll leave it there. I'll have it in a bit, I'm sure. So the excuse me, the final round is general knowledge. 5 general knowledge questions. Apart from that, the rules are the same. No multipliers, no nerfs available. Whoever has got the most points at the end of this round will be declared our winner. Wish you all the very best of luck. Round 5 is general knowledge. Let's play Danger Zone. Welcome to the stream, Oni. Hope you're well, my dude. Thank you for this question pack. It's gone down very well, I would say. Question 1. What kind of fortified wine is Noili Pra? Is it sherry, a vermouth, a brandy, or a port? Wow, all 6 in the main game having a go, and all 6 getting it wrong, so that's going to be no changes to the scores. Only Lewis, Emily, and Kolo getting the right answer. Factoid here from Oni, it's pronounced Noili Pra, but if you want to say it Noili Prat, I won't stop you. Equal ineptitude, as Mark is saying. Yeah, all 6 getting the wrong answer there, so it's going to be no change to the scores. The answer is a vermouth. It is a vermouth. So, Lewis with running away a little bit at the moment, 15 in first place. Looks like a surefire shoe-in for the Boneyard medal. We'll see how that plays out. Still pretty close in our main game, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, and 4. With 4 questions to go, that is going to be 24 points available. Let's go on to question number 2. You can't handle vermouth. Quite. Out of its most recent changes in 1979, Switzerland is divided into how many cantons? 20, 32, 26 or 16? All vermouth, no trousers. Shapes and Samps are getting this one right. Shapes fastest for 6, Samps are getting it second for 5. Quite a few people in the boneyard, and Lewis has now secured at least a joint boneyard medal. If he gets one more question right, he will be the only boneyard medalist at the moment. It certainly could theoretically tie if he gets the next 3 and Lewis gets the next 3 right and Lewis gets the next 3 wrong. Just Shapes and Samson for that one then. The correct answer was 26. 26. Oh, Salem, are you here? We've got to show me the kitty. I know it's from a week ago, but Salem, if you're still about, I could cash in your show me the kitty. This is Pennycat. Shall I put her on big screen a minute for you? I just can. Just temporarily. Here is Pennycat. Hello. She's a bit of an old lady now. She stays in for like 20 hours a day. She used to go out all the time. She just sits and sleeps on the bed.
This is the longest I think I've ever held her.
It's the longest you've ever held her.
She's not impressed, but she's just like, I'm too old and too tired to protest too much.
This is the Persephone. This is the eponymous Persephone from Persephone's Chair. We call her Penny for short, but she is such a softie. How are you, baby?
She really couldn't give less.
No, she doesn't care.
She's more frightened of the puppy, I think.
We can mark that as complete. Are you okay, baby? You're so sweet. She's taken recently to... Oh, hello, a message from our sponsor, Oni.
My current beer tonight is the Greek lager of Mythos Point 4.7%. Smells of weed for some weird reason. Good stuff.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Oni, and welcome to the stream. Yeah, she's such a sweet cat. She used to be so horrible, but she's taken recently to sitting on my lap and then hiding in this little alcove in my drawer. I then forget about her, leave the office, come back later on and find out she sat on Persephone's chair and scratched it. Yes. Anyway, there's a...
back in her bed,
Thank you for bringing her in. I hope you're well, Penny.
And I just noticed there was an outstanding show me the kitty, and I saw that Salem was there.
She didn't like the belly rub. She's off. So, points as they stand. Shapes on 15, Sapster on 13, Toot on 10, Marks on 9, Lupine on 8, and Tadaru on 4. What I haven't done yet is actually check the medal tables and how these players stand, but we'll come back to that in a little while maybe. We'll just check out the top 3. For now, let's go on to question number 3. Here it is. Welcome to Stream of Podo, hope you're well. Seen your name pop up. Which of these video game series is exclusively made by the studio Polyphony Digital? Is it MotorStorm, Twisted Metal, Wipeout, or Gran Turismo? Wow, this is a change around. After Shapes and Sapster were the only two to get the last one, now it's Toot, Mark and Lupine are the only ones to get this one. Lupine first for 6, Mark for 5, Toot for 4. This is going to be a pretty close call with 2 questions to go. We know who was fastest. It was Lupine, then Mark, then Toot. The correct answer was D, Gran Turismo. Look at these scores. Shapes with 15 still has the lead. Toot, Mark, Lupine tied in second with 14, and Samster tied in third with 13. Tadari, with a bit of work to do, could still technically finish top because they can amass 12 and 12, and if everyone else gets 0, then Tadari could finish on 16. My, wouldn't that be a turnaround? Tadari could still steal this. But as it stands right now, Shaped with a tiny advantage. But it is still anyone's game. 12 points available, and it certainly could still get a joint boneyard medal, depending how Lewis does, and of course how he does in these final 2 questions. For now, let's go on. Question number 4. Which breed of dog has won Best in Show at Crufts the most times? Is it the German Shepherd, the Welsh Terrier, the English Cocker Spaniel, or the Irish Setter? Do you know this?
No, I don't.
Mrs. Flush not knowing the answer to this one. Mark does, as does Toot. 6 and 5 for those 2. And Lewis doesn't, but it certainly does. It's certainly inching ever closer to sharing that boneyard medal with Lewis. It's going to rely on Lewis getting the next question wrong and it's certainly getting it right, but we could have a tie at the top of the boneyard. That is going to make some interesting score reading right there. Mark getting that right, I think he's going to take the lead. Toot is probably going to stay in second. Shapes may very well slip down to third at this point. The correct answer... Best dog. English Cocker Spaniel. Yeah, that's what Dexter is. He's a Cocker Spaniel. And I haven't got a factoid to furnish you with on that one, but yes, the English Cocker Spaniel has won the most times. And so it is going to come down to this final question, and it is still open to Lupine onwards. If Lupine gets it right and the three players above him get it wrong, then Lupine will tie with Mark and we will go to a tiebreaker. If Shapes gets it right first, or Shapes gets it right second, and Mark and Toot get it wrong, then Shapes could also tie at the top or win outright. All eyes, though, are going to be on Mark and Toot on 20 and 19 respectively. Toot actually with the slightly higher accuracy rating, but Mark with more points in the final at the moment, but only a point between them. It is going to come down to this final question. I wish you all the very best of luck. Question number 5. In which US state does the Griffin family live in Family Guy? Toot was first to answer, Mark was second, Samson was third, Shapes was fourth, I think, Lupine fifth, Tadarius sixth. Was it A, New York, B, Vermont, C, New Hampshire, or D, Rhode Island? And it's a clean sweep of green. And Toot was first and Mark was second. Which means we've got a final tiebreaker. We have not seen one of these for a very, very, very long time. 20 and 19 going into this and getting 5 and 6 points. The only question in the tie game I'm fully confident on. Well, the correct answer was D, Rhode Island. We have got a tie. 25 points each for Mark and Toot, but we cannot have ties in Danger Zone. We don't share the medals. All we can do is break the tie with the standard tiebreaker. Lewis wins the Boneyard, though, on 17. It's Sotley and Derek tying second in the Boneyard on 15. Mogra taking third on 14. Who's going to get the gold? Who's going to get the silver? Let's go to our final tiebreaker question. So a quick reminder of the rules. Players highlighted in yellow are eligible to answer the tiebreaker. The answer will be in the form of a number. Enter your answer as a whole number. That's an integer number without punctuation, commas, full stop, spaces, or anything like that. Otherwise, the parse may fail. Whoever gets closest to the correct answer will keep their score of 25. Whoever is further away will lose 1 point and go down to 24 and take the silver medal. It is as simple as that. 15 seconds, Mark and Toot, to get your answer in. Good luck. Your tiebreaker question is... Can't we share? How many British fighter planes were shot down during the Battle of Britain? And you can't share because this is a game I invented before I got lazy and started sharing medals, and I actually invented a tiebreaker mechanic. Toot's answered. Mark, need an answer. Mark abstaining from the question. So that's going to be an anticlimactic end, because if you abstain, you get max.int. That's how it works. Ben hadn't heard of communism at that point yet. Yeah. So that's how it works. If you're going to end up on max.int, which is going to be your distance away from the answer. The correct answer, for what it's worth, is 1023, and it was Toot, of course, who was closest, unless he went max.int plus 1, which actually would have broken the game. Which means Mark slips into second place, maintains 25, and in the final, apparently, you get 1 extra point rather than losing 1 point. It's a different mechanic, clearly. So, at the end of all that, 6th place goes to Tadaru with 5 points in the final round, 5 Danger Zone appearances and 10 out of 25. Lupine, 16 points in the final, 4 Danger Zone appearances, 14 questions right. Samster, I think, has the record for most gold medals in this game. I'm just going to go check that now. Pretty sure he does. Come on, app. There we go. Leaderboards. Danger Zone 2 medal table. Yeah, Samster, 8 golds, tied with Falcott from the old days of Danger Zone 1. 8 golds, but this week just missing out on a medal. 17 points in the final, 5 Danger Zone appearances, 15 correct answers. Bronze medal this week goes to Shapes with 18 points, 3 Danger Zone appearances and 14 questions right. Silver medal thanks to that tiebreaker, 25 points in the final, 4 Danger Zone appearances and 16 questions right. Runner-up is Mark. But our winner with a score of 26 points, 4 Danger Zone appearances and 17 questions right in total. The winner of Danger Zone this week is now Cut That Out. It's always good when a final comes down to a tiebreaker there. Means there's been good play all round. But congratulations must go to the man of the hour. It is now Cut That Out, our Danger Zone 2 champion. How are you featuring on the board here too? I'm not sure I can see. You must be. Oh, there you are. You're 6th at the moment. 2 golds, 2 silvers, 2 bronzes. So this will be your 3rd gold medal now. Cut that out. Let's add that on. Danger Zone Gold, now Cut That Out, award medal. Lovely, lovely. Danger Zone Silver is going to go to Mark. Where are you at, Mark? Probably under M for Mark. Fantastic effort getting all the way to that final tiebreaker, just missing out to Toot there. Danger Zone Silver, Mark E54. Silver medal, where are you on the leaderboard, Mark? You're down there. 1 silver, that's going to be 2 silvers now, which should bump you up a few places. And our Danger Zone bronze medalist is We Like Shapes. Let's find We Like Shapes. There you are. Danger Zone bronze award medal. Shapes, how do you feature on this here leaderboard? We Like Shapes. 1 bronze. So that's now 2 bronzes you've got, increasing your collection of bronze medals right there. Very well played. And of course, our Danger Zone Boneyard player is going to be... if I focus on the right window. No, I don't need to focus on the right window. I'm on the right window. Lewis T with 17. Where are you, Lewis T? There you are. Lewis T, Danger Zone Boneyard award medal. And that will, of course, go onto the database as well. Lewis T currently with 1 silver, now 1 silver and 1 boneyard as well. And of course, we must thank our wonderful question writer, Alex, aka Oni91_573. There you are, Oni91_573, and awards you with 100 pennies and that author credit. Thank you very much for a very entertaining pack of Danger Zone. And let's initiate that bonus right there. So if anybody wants to claim some more Danger pennies, you can do that right now by typing Danger74 to Persephone's Twitch bot. Hello, darling.
Hello. I'm just coming to watch Danger Zone because I like Danger Zone.
Yeah, it's all good. All good. And of course, for every question that you got right in that game, we will give you 5 pennies. In addition to any medals that have gone out there. So if you finish on 10 points, even if you're in the boneyard, you're going to get 50 pennies for that appearance. Danger 69 would be fun. One day it will happen. One day it will happen. But apparently not today. One day soon, though, I'm sure. So that is going to be the end of Danger Zone. Stay tuned for a short musical interlude and then very short ad break / Pretzel Rocks music while I get the next game set up, which is going to be The Purge from our great friend David Bodycomb, with The Purge coming up right after our short musical interlude. Yes, that'll be lovely. So do stick around. Lovely pack from David that we've got to look forward to. Very fair, very balanced, as one would expect from David. And then, of course, at the end of the night, we've got some stuff to look forward to as well. So do stay tuned for The Purge and stuff, and for our musical interlude as well. Thanks very much for playing. Congratulations to Toot. Let's stop that bonus right there. Refresh the app, and your pennies will be added on when the credits roll. I will see you in a few short minutes. Oh, no. Hall of Champions. Let's look at that first. I forgot I've got that there. Have to go to that one first. So, Toot. Yes, Toot on 17 out of 25 on the 6th of November. Adding your name to the Hall of Champions. 3rd appearance in that hallowed hall right there, Toot. Very, very many congratulations. You've never seen The Purge, Jogging Chum? Oh, you're in for a treat. You'll love it. Yeah, you might do. You might hate it, but I hope you love it. Anyway, that is going to be it from Danger Zone. Stay right there. Musical interlude coming up, and then we'll move on to The Purge. I'll see you in a few minutes' time. I'm apparently having some trouble finding the thing that I had lined up ready to go, not 30 seconds. Oh no, don't reload that. Stop reloading that. Where the hell have you gone? Is it that window? No. Why the hell did I close it down? I had it. Let me look in. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. It's not that one. Is it that one? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, he does. Anyway, I promise you a short musical interlude. Let's see how this goes down. Take my seat aboard a plane, and what is this I see? Leonard Bernstein comes aboard and sits right next to me. First class New York to LA, some things just work out right. I'll be sitting next to Leonard Bernstein this whole flight. Maybe I should just act like I do not recognize him. Be real cool and do my best not to antagonize him. Now we're rolling down the runway, next stop is LA. I'm nonchalant like I ride next to Lenny every day. Naturally, I turn to him against my own advice. Introduce myself and find that Lenny's very nice. Soon we start to chat and drink and talk about our lives. We talk about our children and our wives. Oh, but what a lovely fella, what a lucky day. Me and Lenny side by side, New York to LA. We're chatting, talking, talking like the very best of pals. Talking music, life, art and death and root canals. Now he's interrupting me, but really that's okay. 'Cause he's a lovely fella and he's got a lot to say. I recite some songs I wrote and he recites them back. For poetry and music, he seems to have a knack. He tells me that his new show closed and now he's feeling beat, and he's not used to dealing with defeat. But what a lovely fella, what a lucky day. Me and Lenny side by side, New York to LA. Does the London Times crossword, 10 minutes and he's through. He does the puzzle in pen, I just do not have a clue. What an intellectual, but what a friendly guy. We talk about the world below as we sail through the sky. And finally I feel the airplane starting to descend. And I know this lovely day is coming to an end. Put our trays and seat backs up just like you're supposed to do. Land and bid my friend a fond adieu. What a lovely fella, what a lucky day. Me and Lenny side by side, New York to LA. What a lovely fella, though really I must say, I've not heard from Lenny since I left him in LA. Not a goddamn word from Lenny since I left him in LA.
Of all the airplanes on all the runways in the world, Lenny had to sit in my aisle.
Welcome to the Purge, part 2 of game night this evening, CBXO, if you'd like to come and play. And this pack provided for us by our friend David J. Bodycon. Come and join the game. Whereas DangerZone, you can play throughout the whole thing. This one, it is an elimination game. It's a bit of a brutal one. Let's just take a look and see historically how players have done. Let's take a look at the Purge survivors. This game has a lot of different survivors actually. Only 2 players have survived the Purge twice. Toot is one, Samster is the other. Other players who have survived the Purge include Claire, David Bodycombe, Dogfish, Joey, Carr, Lewis, MJ Harmstone, Mogra, Oni, Stormvision, and Kira. All players who have survived the Purge at some point in the history of the Purge. At the Siren, all crime, including playing the piano, will be legal for 1 hour. Yeah, very much so. Very much so, Topper. To do it, you're the only Purge survivor to do it during a company meeting. Yeah, you are on their joint third. There's a big joint third going on, but type the code if you want to come and play. Beckons with crooked finger. Yeah, do come on in. As David said, it's a fairly reasonable pack. So do come on in. Oh, there's the lyrics that I was looking for. It's on the tab that I actually had open. No wonder I couldn't find them. Yeah, a bit of a Jay Leonhardt there. It's called Me and Lenny, that song, on a true story of his, where he actually bumped into, was actually seated next to Leonard Bernstein on a flight. Which, yeah, it's a nice story. as it goes. I had an idea. Beat the B, but I'll do the piano and the Rubik's Cube. I can't do a cube one-handed, so I don't know how that would go down, to be honest. Why have I got a string backing? Why is that split? I mean, it worked for the last one, to be fair. I can't actually play Fly the Bumblebee. It's quite hard. I played the Boogie Woogie version. It's called Bumble Boogie. That's quite fun. Yeah, I can't do the cube at the same time either. And so on. I learned that in my second year of university a long time ago, but Beat the B remake, play the song before the actual song finishes. Yeah, race the recording, we could call that. Beat the B or race the recording. Sorry, that's Beethoven. Hello, Ash. Welcome on in. Welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. And oh, hey, as well. Welcome on in. Literal minute waltz. Maybe without the repeat. Fun fact about that piece, it's actually a mistranslation. There's never a reason for less Beethoven. Yeah, welcome to Just a Minute. No, that piece is actually a mistranslation of the word minute with some nickname, as in small, very small. It's actually the name Chopin gave to it. One of those moments when you play piano, very good. So yeah, I've been doing it a little while, but thank you for putting away. But, oh, a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
As the minute waltz fades away.
Thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. That's very kind of you. Yeah. It's no, it's a mistranslation. It's supposed to be Le Petit Chien. It's because it's supposed to be this. It's supposed to be reminiscent of a dog chasing its tail. That was the logic behind it there. Hello.
Hello.
You alright?
Yes.
Spin around.
The dog chasing his tail.
Oh yes. Oh yes. That the dog chasing its tail. Yes. Anyway. Huh?
Night.
Oh, you're going to bed? Right, night. I'll keep the piano down then.
Good night, stream.
Mrs. Flush is going to bed. So, we'll see you in the morning. Welcome to the stream, Green Sea. Nice to have you here. Make sure you get Persephone's Twitch bot at the ready, because you'll need to whisper to her. She is the question master, I suppose, the question bot. Anyway, and yes, welcome on in. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat because can I play Wonderful? I probably can't. I probably could if I add the dots, but off the cuff, yeah, I could probably work it out. Right, I think that's enough players. We've got 37 in to play David's question pack of the Purge. The rules are quite straightforward, and if you're not familiar with them, we'll explain them as we go. For now, though, let's lock you in. If I find the right button. Am I still planning to make a bot with a shorter name? Good question, Effrontery. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I was going to, but then it occurred to me I've actually got Persephone's Twitch bot as the name in the instructions on quite a few of the builds, so I'd have to go through them individually and find them all. Plus, I'd have to rewire all of the builds that use that particular command. It's just going to be a lot of hassle for relatively little gain, so probably not at the moment. But thank you for reminding me that that's something that I possibly intend to do. And as Lupine is saying, ending with one tiebreaker and beginning with another. So, in this one, you need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch. But yeah, too long didn't read Ben is lazy. No, that's about right, JY. It's not that I'm lazy. I like to think I work quite hard on stuff, but it's quite a dull, arduous task with relatively little gain to get out of the end of it. So it's not something I'm necessarily going to prioritise. So the first question here is a tiebreaker question. It will be a numerical question. You need to whisper a number to Persephone's Twitch Kitterbot. That could work. Whisper a number to Persephone's Twitch bot, again without punctuation, spaces, letters, or anything like that. And the distance away from the actual answer that you are will be your tiebreaker score. So obviously you want that to be as low as possible. It may not come into play, but it might do at the end game as and when we get there. So, tiebreaker question. 20 seconds to whisper your answer to the bot, and here it is. The number of times that Montana is larger than Monaco. How many times larger is Montana than Monaco? And again, if you don't give me an answer, you get max.int. 188,530 is the answer. And a little factoid from David on this. Let me see. Tiebreaker questions down at the bottom. Yeah, so 380,832 square kilometres divided by 2.02 square kilometres, 202 hectares, which is the size of Montana, presumably. Guess 4. Quite a way out then there, Tadaru, but that's someone spelling boobies in the calculator. It does look a bit like that, doesn't it? Well, don't worry too much about that, because that may or may not come into play, but we do need that metric there just in case it does. So, let's go on to the actual start of the main game. 37 of you in play. In the centre of that gauge, in the middle of that meter, there is a marker. It's set at 50%. That is the percentage of players that are allowed to get it right. Let me explain this properly. If that many players get the question wrong, logic isn't my strong suit, clearly, then we trigger a purge. If fewer than that get it wrong, then we go on to the next question, and the breakpoint drops by 10%. There are only 2 options. You only need to whisper A or B to the bot. The breakpoint will keep dropping until the required number get the question wrong, at which point we go to a purge. The purge is a full question without multiple choice. You must answer a full answer. If you get that one wrong, you are immediately and permanently eliminated from the game. You only go into the purge, though, if you get the question immediately before the purge wrong. So if you contribute to breaking the purge meter, breaking through that barrier, getting through the breakpoint, then you must face your fate in the purge, where you could be eliminated. So for now, the hive mind may well keep you safe. Question 1 is A or B. That's all you need to whisper to the bot. And the options are viruses, bacteria. What antibiotics are good at fighting? 10 seconds. Keep your eye on the chat, because chat is king. And there's your time. That is your time up. So as ever, keep your eye on the chat, because chat is king. 5 pennies for every correct answer that you give in this game, by the way. Correct answer was B, bacteria. Bacteria is what we're after there. This is why, for example, antibiotics are no good against the common cold, because the common cold is a virus, whereas antibiotics are used against bacteria. So 50% is what we're trying to avoid getting it wrong. Let's see how you got on. Start the meter. %, missing out on that question. 1 player abstaining, 8 going for viruses, 28 going for the correct answer, bacteria. We don't know who it was, but if you got it wrong, the hive mind has saved you. Let's go on to question number 2. A or B still? 40% is what the breakpoint drops to. Let's take a look at the options. They are pestle, mortar, the bowl-shaped utensil used to grind food. I seem to recall a similar-ish question coming up quite recently in a different game, maybe, if memory serves me well. There's your time. Which is the bowl and which is the hammer? I seem to recall thinking that the mortar was the hammer, but actually that might have been the bowl. Was it? Certainly was. The mortar is the bowl, and if you got that one wrong, you're going to contribute to this meter, and if more than 40% got it wrong, we're going to our first purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. Either good memories or good knowledge there. Only 22% were incorrect. 8 players going for pestle. No abstentions there, which is nice to see. Of course, abstentions are treated as wrong in this game, so you may as well guess since it's multiple choice, even if you haven't got a clue. 29 giving the right answer of mortar. Let's go on. Question number 3. Still only 2 options. 30% now the breakpoint. Have a look. Options are near side, offside. The side known as the driver's side in the UK. There's your time. So, if I'm thinking of this right, in the UK we drive on the left-hand side, but the driver's side is the right-hand side of the car, which means it is the side that is always furthest away from the curb. So the passenger side should be the near side. The driver's side should be the offside because it's furthest from the curb, right? Oh, thank God for that. The offside, as David is saying in his factoid here, is the side away from the curb, and so is the driver's side. If I'd actually looked at that factoid before actually trying to do that from my own memory, that might have been better. Anyway, 30% is what we are looking to avoid. If 30% or more get it wrong, then we're going to a purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. Okay, the meter is slowing. And it is busted through. Wow, 57% getting that one wrong. More than half of you. 21 going for near side. 16, 43% going for offside. So if you gave me a correct answer there, then you are safe from this purge. Very well done. You will take no part in it. You can just relax for a minute. If you got that one wrong, however, you need to face this purge question. Have a look at this. Who's in it? Lupine, Tadaru, Shapes, Mark, Brand New Halo, Kira, Salem, Brian, Liswitz, Free Ruckus, Big Man Aaron, Toot, G. Eisens, Emily, Innis, Joe, Puzzle Dan, Moonling M, Kegler, Ohey, and Ash. You are all in this first purge. If you give me a wrong answer to this, you are eliminated from the game. So, first purge question, and a full answer is required. 20 seconds to get your answer in. Here it is. Meaning bottom of the bag, which French phrase can be used to describe a dead-end street? Need answers. Abstention still treated as wrong. G. Eisens and Free Ruckers sitting that one out will be purged. Let's take a look at the answer and let's see what everybody said. It's a cul-de-sac. Free Ruckers, G. Eisens abstaining. As the minute was phase away from Puzzle Dan, also getting that one wrong. I'm afraid for you three, very well done if you got that one right, but for you three, Puzzle Dan, Free Ruckers and G. Eisens, you failed to answer that question correctly, which means you have been purged. And with every purge, the breakpoint meter resets to 50 plus 10. So goes starting now at 60. After the next purge, you'll go to 70, the next one 80, and so on. Gameplay, for what it's worth, continues until we've either had 20 questions or we have had 5 purges or 5 or fewer players remain, whichever of those events happens first, and that will take us to the final purge. For now, the breakpoint goes back up to 60%. Question number 4, there are still 2 options, and they are bark. In a trunk. The part of cork tree that makes a wine bottle stopper. You know, wine stoppers, what's the point of those? Never seen the need for one myself. That's your time up. Let's take a look. The correct answer was... it's the bark. A wine cork is made from the bark. 50% of all wine corks come from Portugal. Did you know? So there you go. Good for throwing at younger siblings, that too. No, I've never seen the need for a wine stopper, personally. Make of that what you will. So, 60% is the break point. If 60% or more got it wrong, we are going into our second purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. Oh, we're halfway there. We're still climbing. Still climbing. Wow, we have busted through and then some. 74% getting that one wrong. Only 9 players going for bark, 24 going for inner trunk, and there was an abstention there as well. Wow, that's quite a high breakpoint this early in the game, but 60% of you, or more than 6% are giving you the wrong answer, which means we go to Purge number 2. Now, if you're one of the 9 players who gave me back-to-back Purges, doesn't happen very often, but if you're one of the 9 players who gave me Bark, then you can sit back and relax for a few minutes, but if not, I'm afraid you're going into this Purge, and you are. Lupine, Podo Nuevo, Tadaru, Shapes, Oni, Mark, Brand New Halo, Salem, JY, Brian, Jogging Chum, Bigman Aaron, Cetra, Toot, Tabstop, Effrontery, Emily, Innes, Claire, Moonling, Lewis, Kegler, Topper, Sapster, and Gree MC. You are all in this Purge. And once again, full answer required. 20 seconds to get it in. If you don't give me an answer or give me a wrong answer, you will be eliminated. Good luck. Here is the second Purge question. A large red anticyclone, wider than the Earth, is a feature of which solar system planet? This one's a whisper only, Mark. It's only DangerZone you can go into public chat. Make sure you whisper, they won't be processed. Otherwise, and hate for you to get eliminated because it's not been processed. And of course I get deleted by a mod as well, just in the interest of anonymity for all. Good. Correct answer. Let's find it out. And let's find out who was right. No worries, happens to all of us. It was Jupiter. Mars and Saturn from Oni and Salem were both wrong answers, I'm afraid. Jupiter is the only thing that could have saved you there. Unfortunately, Oni and Salem, they are wrong answers, and that means you have been purged. Down to 32 players, still only up to question number 5, still only 2 options. Breakpoint now resets to 70%. Let's see if we can get through a few of these before we get to Purge number 3. It will eventually come, that's certain at this point, because we've still got more than 7 questions left in the pack. But let's see what you make of question number 5. Options are Diet Cola, Classic Cola, the can of soda that usually floats in a bowl of water. A or B? And there's your time. Correct answer was Diet Cola. So diet sodas are less dense than water, as the lack of sugar makes them lighter than regular cola. So there we go. Diet Cola is the answer we were after. 70% is the breakpoint. If more than that got it wrong, we're going to Purge number 3. If fewer than 70% got it wrong, then we are going on to question number 6. Let's find out. Start the meter. All the taste after contents. What do you think of Coke Zero? 0 sugar, 0 taste. We've survived. 1 abstention there. 9 players going for Classic Cola. 22, a very nice percentage going for Diet Cola. Very nice indeed. Avoiding that purse, let's go on to question number 6. Well done everyone, as David is saying. Hive mind keeping everyone safe. Question number 6, the options increase is now A, B or C. So 3 options to choose from, extra letter required on your keyboard. 60% the breakpoint, and your options are Crackle, Snap, Pop, wears a red and white sleeping cap. And there's your time. 60% is what we're trying to avoid. The correct answer was, it's Crackle. Snap wears a white chef's hat. Crackle usually wears a drum major's hat. How well do you know your cereal mascots? 60%, what we are trying to avoid. Start the meter. Oh, halfway there, 30% of you are wrong at least. 50% within 10% and slowing down. I don't believe it, we're there again. 84% were incorrect. Again, 3% of that was from abstention. But only 5 players giving me the correct answer. 16% going for Crackle, 12 going for Snap, 14 going for Pop. And that is 3 purges within 4 questions. And yeah, we are going into Purge number 3. We could theoretically be going to a final after this. This is going to be an early game. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's find out. If you got that one wrong, you are going into the Purge. Let's take a look. Lupine, Apodo, Tadaru, Shapes, Mark, Brand New Halo, Colo, It's Sotley, J-Work, Grind, Jogging Chum, Big Man Aaron, Cetra, Tabstop Effrontery, Emily, Innes, Claire, Joe, Mogra, Moonling M, Lewis, Topper, Samster, Ohei, Ash, and GreeMC. You are all in Purge number 3. Very well done to Toot, and to Kira, and to Liswitz, ABME, and Kegler, who have avoided this Purge. Full answer required, correct answer if you want to survive. 20 seconds, good luck. Third Purge question is... I thought it was Shapes. El Clasico is the name given to a football match between Barcelona and which rival Spanish club? Bash and Cetra, just waiting for Bash. Just in the nick of time there. Okay, let's find out what was the answer and who got it right. It was Real Madrid is what we were after. Sports ball from Ash. Madrid, I'm not going to accept Moonling M because you've also got Atletico Madrid. That's ambiguous, I can't condone it. GG, no Ari, and a note from Tadaru. Well done if you have gone green and gotten that one right, but unfortunately Tadaru, Cetra, Moonling M, and Ash, I'm afraid you've gotten that question wrong, which means you have been purged. Well, that would have been, a very wrong answer there, It's Otley, and you for a sports ball fan as well. So we're only up to question 7, and we've had 3 purges already. 28 players remain in the game. 80% is now the breakpoint. Let's see if we can get through a few more questions. Good luck. Have a look at the options for question 7. They are red, blue, green. The most common type of colour vision defect concerns these cones in the retina. Time. Okay, red, blue or green? Correct answer is... it's green. Deuteranomaly, the oversensitivity of the eye to green light, is more common than protanopia, the difficulty in seeing red light that people usually associate with colour blindness. So green is what we were after there. 80% incorrect is what we are looking to avoid. Let's go one at a time, because that's always fun. First of all, how many people abstained from that question? 3, 11% abstention rate for that. How many people said A, red? Yeah, they kind of did, didn't they, It's Otley? Oh, it's going up. 12, 43% going for red. Meter is stopped at 53.57%. If a quarter or more players, or just over a quarter, gave the answer blue, then we are going to purge number 4. How many people said to me, B, blue? Oh! Stopping at 68%. 4 players going for blue, 9 going for the correct answer of green. 32%. Very well done. The hive mind has saved you, and we've avoided purge number 4. Let's go on to question number 8. 70% is now the breakpoint. Question number 8, A, B, or C. Options are Anne, Emily, Charlotte. The Bronte sister to complete just 1 novel in their lifetime. And there's your time. Let's take a look. Correct answer was... 'twas Emily Bronte, who did Wuthering Heights and only Wuthering Heights. Charlotte Bronte did Jane Eyre, Villette, Shirley and the Professor, and Anne Bronte did Agnes Grey and the Tenant of Wildfell Hall. So Emily only doing the 1 Wuthering Heights. 70% what we're looking to avoid. Let's see how many of you were wrong. 70% of these bot is spamming. Oh really? Is she actually? Is she actually doing a spam? She shouldn't be. I've no idea if she is. That's very strange. Well, let's find out. People begging for being saved. Start the meter. Oh, that's very odd, Salem. I've no idea, because it's just a regular Twitch account with no one logged into it. We're getting close. We've stopped. 57% of you were incorrect. 2 abstentions, 7 going for Charlotte, 7 going for Anne, 12 going for the correct answer of Emily. Over under is 12.5. Yeah, I've no idea if the bot is pinging you back. The bot is literally just a Twitch account, and there shouldn't be anyone logged into it at the moment, so it shouldn't have the program to respond. It's only got the power to. Oh, the Discord bot. Oh, yeah, the Discord bot does that sometimes. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, we might need to let Alex know. Could you Sam, could you post a screenshot into a general chat and ping block worker, and he'll come and reset the bot. Yeah, sometimes she gets a bit funny, and Alex just needs to reset. So if you could ping block worker in general chat and provide a screenshot, that should reset that. 12 players going for Emily. That is enough to survive the question. Let's go on to question number 9. Still 3 options available. Breakpoint drops to 60%. Let's take a look at the options. Central America, North America, South America. The largest in area. Time. Do we know? Correct answer is B, North America. Oh, and a message from our sponsor, Oni.
It's great being purged. No fear of watching that bar rise up. No worry about whether you'll know the question you might have to face. Being eliminated's pretty neat. I recommend y'all try it someday.
Thank you very much for the 500 bits, Oni. I say that purge meter, it does instill a sense of fear into you, especially if you know you've got it wrong and you're hoping the hive mind saves you. Should be quite exciting. I should play this game sometime. I'd quite like to. So North America is the answer, because of course you've got Canada, which it just goes on forever and ever. The Mercator projection doesn't necessarily do an accurate representation, because oh no, hang on, it's the other way around. So the countries at the poles are, I think, stretched, and the countries at the equator are squashed. So people don't quite appreciate how, freaking massive Africa is. It's significantly bigger than it looks on the Mercator projection, which is how most of us recognise the world. Anyway, 60% is the breakpoint. Let's find out how many of you got that one wrong. Start the meter. %39 were incorrect. 2 abstentions there. 7 going for South America, 2 going for Central America, 17 going for the correct answer of North America. Very well played. Let's go on to question number 10. Last question, where there are only 3 options. After this, it goes up to 4. The breakpoint has come back to what it started at. That is 50%. Good luck. Here are your options. Ned Nederlander, Lucky Day, Dusty Bottoms. The Amigo, played by Steve Martin in a 1986 film. There's your time. How's your 80s cinema? Correct answer was Lucky Day. Lucky Day. Is it going to be your lucky day right now? If you got that one wrong, you're going to have to hope the hive mind saved you. 50% is the breakpoint. Let's find out. I can actually say, the North is the largest, 25 million square kilometres versus 18 million for South and 0.5 for Central. Chase is Dusty Bottom and Short is Nederlander in the 3 Amigos. Let's find out. Start the meter. We're closing in, we're slowing down. And we're through. 64% of you were wrong. 2 abstentions there. 11 going for Dusty Bottoms, 5 for Ned Nederlander, 10 going for the correct answer of Lucky Day. Very well done. If you got that one, you can put your feet up for a few minutes, but if you got that one wrong, you're going into Purge number 4. Lupine, Shapes, Brand New Halo, Colo, Itzotli, J White, Brian, Listwitz, Toot, Tabstop, Effrontery, Emily, Innis, Claire, Kegler, Topper, Samster, and GreeMC. You are all in this Purge. Full answer required. 20 seconds to give it. If you get me a wrong answer or you abstain, you are eliminated from the game. Good luck. Here is the fourth Purge question. In the Peanuts comic strip, how many cents did Lucy Van Pelt usually charge for her psychiatric help? Answers from all players. And there is time. Do you know your peanuts? Correct answer is 5. She charged 5 cents. I've got a factoid here. Nope, it's just 5. 25 from Shapes, 10 from Itzotli, 25 from JY, 69 420 from Emily, 69 Kappa from Topper, and 2 from Gree MC. I'm afraid those are all incorrect answers. We needed 5, nothing else would have sufficed. If you've gone green, very well played. You have survived and get to rejoin the pack at question number 11. But unfortunately for Shapes, Itzotli, JY, Emily, Topper, and newcomer, welcome to the stream. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Do stick around for stuff after this. Gree MC. I'm afraid you've answered that incorrectly, and that means you've been purged. No, it's not always this tough, Gree MC. And there's a variety of different games. Some of them are a bit brutal like this, where it's sort of one striking out. Others are a bit more forgiving, and you get to play throughout. But do stick around. I hope you've enjoyed it all the same. Please do stick around. You're very welcome here. On we go then to question number 11. 22 players remain. 4 options now: A, B, C, and D. 90% is where the breakpoint gets reset back to. Thank you very much, Green. Oh, it's Green C. Green C. Thank you very much. It's original format. I'm glad you like it. Do stick around for more of the same. 22 players remain, 90% the breakpoint. 4 options, and they are BBC 1, BBC 2, oh, nearly, BBC 4, BBC 3, channel that has never been the home of QI. There's your time. Correct answer was D, BBC 3, which I'm not sure exists anymore. It was on BBC 2 and 4 from 2003 to 2008, then it switched to BBC 1 from 2009 to 2011, then back to BBC 2, where it currently resides. BBC 3 is what we're after. Let's find out how many got it right. Start the meter. Oh, it's coming back, is it? That's cool. .27, quite a satisfying number there. Just 27% incorrect. Just the one abstention there. 3 going for BBC 4, 2 for BBC 2, nobody going for BBC 1. Very well played. The hive mind has saved you. Let's go on to question 12. 80% now, the breakpoint. 4 options still, and they are red, white, pale, black. The colour of horse ridden by pestilence or famine in the King James Bible. There's your time. Do love a good question about the Book of Revelation. The correct answer was black. War rides a red horse. Death rides a pale horse. Conquest rides a white horse. And famine or pestilence rides the black horse. 80% is the breakpoint. Let's go one at a time because that's always fun. Did anyone abstain? No abstentions on that one. So we'll go through these answers. We'll reveal A, then B, then C, I think. How many people said A? Just 2, 9% going for that. Good start. How many people said B, white? Few more, but still not many. Only 5. That now accounts for 23% though, as players are eliminated. How many people said pale? If half said pale, 50%, we're going to Purge number 5, and then we will fast track into the final. Otherwise, we go on. How many people said C, pale? Well, it wasn't nobody. Oh, it's getting close. Oh! Woo! 77%. 77% got that question wrong. Just 5 players going for black, which was the correct answer, 23%. But breakpoint was high enough that it was slightly in doubt, David. Am I that obvious, Effrontery? Am I that obvious? Oh, for shame, for shame. Well, very well played, Hive Mind. You have saved everybody. Let's go on to question number 13. Yeah, I kind of want to say, where's the cue ball going? Yeah, I do see the percentages ahead of them coming out, which is how I know when it's going to be fun to do one at a time and when it's going to be fun to do it all in one go. Question number 13, still 4 options, 70% the breakpoint. Take a look at these. Kim, Courtney, Chloe, Rob. The Kardashian sibling that got engaged last month. And there's time. Correct answer was Courtney. Current affairs sort of question. Maybe fresh in your memories, maybe not. Let's take a look. How many people got that one wrong? Start the meter. Why are Kardashians? We just don't know. Halfway there and still climbing. And stopping at 55%. No abstentions there. 6 going for Rob, 5 going for Chloe, 1 going for Kim, 10 going for Courtney. Very well played, Hive Mind. You have saved everyone. Just under half getting it right, but it's enough to survive for now. Let's go on question number 14. Breakpoint drops to 60%. And still 4 options. Have a look. Clubs. Cups. Swords. Pentacles. The tarot suit that is sometimes replaced with coins. Time. How well do you know your tarot cards? They've come up a couple of times recently in Buzz Off. How are we going to do here? Correct answer is Pentacles. How many people got that one wrong? Let's go one at a time. How many people said A, clubs? Five. 23%. How many people said B, cups? Six. 27%. Half of the pack gave A or B. Exactly half, that's 11 players, have been wrong so far. How many people said C, swords? Just the one. 5%, 45%, 10 players going for the correct answer of Pentacles. Very well done, Hive Mind. You have saved everybody there. Oh, and the Kardashian that got engaged to Travis Barker from Blink-182. The popular Rider-Waite Tarot deck uses pentacles, but the English version of the Tarot of Marseille calls them coins. So there we go, bit of fact nugget for you there. Just skimming underneath the breakpoint right there, but you have survived. Let's go on to question number 15. Breakpoint back to where it started, 50%, and this is the last question where there are 4 options. After this, it goes up to 5 for the final 5 questions of the main game. Have a look at these options. They are SN, EI, JP, TF. The Myers-Briggs type that examines how you make decisions. I didn't understand the question until I read the factoid, I have to say, when I first read this through. After that I did. Don't know if I'd have known it under pressure. The correct answer was D, TF. TF is thinking and feeling. The others are extroversion, introversion, sensing and intuition, and judging and perceiving. So, 50% the breakpoint. Let's find out how many of you got that one wrong. Hello, Jack Wilfred, welcome to the stream, and also Time Strike and Silent Marine, welcome on in, good to see you. Let's find out. Start the meter. We're close. And we're smashing through. 86% of you were incorrect, and we have smashed through into Purge number 5 with 5 questions of the pack left. So David, do feel free to recycle those for a future game. 4 going for SN, 6 going for EI, 7 going for JP, and 2 abstaining. Just 3 players going for TF. Now you 3, obviously you don't have to take part in this last of the purges before the final purge. Doesn't guarantee you a spot into the final. It depends how many players get it right. If everyone gets it wrong in this 5th purge, then yes, you will be through to the final with just 3 of you. If exactly 2 get it right, then we have our 5 finalists. If more than 2 survive this purge, then we are going to come down to the tiebreakers. Tiebreaker metrics are, first of all, how many questions you've gotten right out of 15, and after that we will then go to the tiebreaker, that question we answered right at the beginning of the game. So, for all but 3 of you, let's put you into purge number 5. Lupine avoiding the purge, Lewis avoiding the purge, and Kira avoiding the purge. Very well done, you 3. Everybody else fighting for your life. Full answer required, 20 seconds. Good luck. Here it is. The Barossa Valley and Clare Valley are famous wine growing areas in which country? Cheers. Answers from everybody. I drink an awful lot of stuff from the former answer. This one is not, I don't think, from the Barossa Valley, though I do drink an awful lot of Shiraz from the Barossa Valley. But this wine is from the same country as the Barossa Valley, and I happen to be drinking 19 Crimes tonight, if that gives you any clue to the correct answer, which is Australia. Australia is what we were after there. Yes, the Barossa Valley and the Clare Valley are in Australia. Can I get an I Survived 5 Purges t-shirt? That would be a good t-shirt to get into the merch stores. Now your weekly wine pick from Somea Lathbury. Mexico, Argentina, Ireland, USA, New Zealand, close but no cigar, USA, New Zealand, USA, Spain, and USA are all incorrect answers. So if you gave me one of those, I'm afraid at this late stage of the game that is a wrong answer, and it does mean you have been purged. Which means that's 12 players, but only 5 of you can go through to the final purge, which means 7 of you will be disappointed. The game does end at that point. There are no more purge questions, so we do not continue with the main game. Those 5 main questions can be recycled for a future game. First of all, first metric is going to be number of questions correct. Second tiebreaker metric will be that tiebreaker question, whoever got closest to the answer at the beginning. And I can reveal that our 5 finalists tonight are Lewis, Samster, Joe, Kira, and Toot, and it looks like it is a clean break between Lewis, Joe, and Toot on 9, Samster and Kira on 8. Claire and Brand New Halo just missing out on 7 there. This was Tap Stop and Joggy Chum getting 6, Lupine 5, and Brian getting 4. Commiserations to you 7, a valiant effort, but it is going to be Lewis, Samster, Joe, Kira, and Toot in the Purge final tonight. Let's go to the final purge. And this will be an opportune moment to check our purge survivors. So Lewis has survived the purge once. Joe has never survived the purge before. Toot and Samster have both survived the purge twice. Kira has survived the purge once. She was the first lady of the purge, I believe, first lady of our community to survive the purge, with Claire being the second in the week immediately afterwards. So Claire losing out in the last question there by a single point. So two former champions, two former champions once over, two former champions twice over, and a newbie in the shape of Joe. Wish you all the very best of luck. Here are the rules of play. Lewis, as the one with the highest scoring number of highest number of questions answered correctly and the closest to the tiebreaker answer, you are in control of the game. How it works here, you get half a question, and you have to decide based on that half a question whether you're going to play or pass. If you play and you answer correctly, you get to pick someone to eliminate. If you pass and they get it wrong, they are eliminated. However, if you choose to play and get it wrong, or if you pass and they get it right, then you are eliminated. Those are the metrics. You only see half a question before you make your decision, and then the full question will be shown either to you or to the person that you nominate. So Lewis, you get the decision of whether you're going to go first or last. Play will go left to right or right to left, depending what Lewis decides right here. So, as the current leader of points, and I still need to update what these messages say, are you going to play first or last? Whisper F or L, Lewis? Lewis has chosen to go first, taking his fate in his own hands, staring into the abyss, as it were. I know that's the wrong game. It's potential spoilers for Squid Game. It's very much like that game near the end. Do you go first or last? No actual spoilers there, but watch Squid Game. It's really good. So, they're going to be asked in descending order of points, starting with Lewis. So, half a question, Lewis. Are you going to play or pass? If you're going to play, just type play. If you're going to pass, please indicate who you are passing it to. It doesn't have to be exact because I still manually set the player that's playing the question. But please do indicate who you would like to play the question in your response. Good luck. Decide whether you want to answer this question or nominate somebody else. And if you wish to nominate somebody else, as mentioned, please indicate who you would like to play the question in your response. Here's half a question. At the start of a game of chess, what's going on with my hair? Play or pass? Lewis is going to take on his own fate here. So let me find you. Lewis T, choosing to go first and choosing, when you stare into the abyss, be afraid to see abyss steps back, it does indeed. Choosing to play the first question that's on offer. Lewis, this question is for you. So, Lewis, best of luck. Here's that question in full. At the start of a game of chess, how many of a player's 16 pieces are eligible to be used for the opening move? Lewis is going with 10. Is that the right answer? Certainly is. Yes, 8 pawns and 2 knights, of course, can jump. Oh, and a message from our sponsor, only91_573.
Tasting notes for the Purge, 2021 vintage bottled by David J. Bodycomb. Notes of raw bitterness, schadenfreude, and a handwritten note containing the lyrics to REM's It's the End of the World as We Know It.
Very nice. That means I feel I understand the wine a lot more now, Ernie. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Right. So, Lewis, giving me the answer 10, that was the correct answer. So now, Lewis, the person who passes the sentence must swing the sword in this game. So you have the choice now of who is going to be eliminated. It's going to be Joe, Toot, Samster, or Kira. Again, just a single word in your box, and then they are manually eliminated by me. But who is it going to be? The choice, Lewis, is yours. Not wasting any time there, Toot. Your reputation precedes you. Not playing QRL friendly now. It does mean, Toot, I'm afraid you have been chosen for elimination, and it does mean you have been purged. So, Toot leaves us, and then there were 4. Joe, play is going to pass to you. Same drill as before, decide whether you're going to play or pass, and if you pass, please remember to tell me in your response who you would like to pass to. Half a question for you then, Joe, here it is. The US hip-hop trio passing back to Lewis. Lewis taking on one of his own. Now taking on one sent to him by Joe. So Samster and Kira, you can relax. You're going to get through to at least the next question, because this is going to be between Joe and Lewis. And Lewis, this question once again is for you. That question in full then, Lewis, here it is. The US hip-hop trio The Fugees comprised Wyclef Jean, Pra Michelle, and which female singer? Five seconds. Going for Wynette. Wynette. Is that the right answer? It's not. It's Lauryn Hill. That was a good pass from Joe. Getting through one, Lewis, but not getting through a second, unfortunately. A good pass from Lewis. That is not the right answer, and it does mean you have been purged. Good passing from Joe. We have got a two-time champion, a one-time champion, and a new player. New or no-time champion, I should say. Samster, the two-time champion, is going to be next to act. Is he going to play? Is he going to pass? And if he's going to pass, who's it going to be to? Let's move on. Samster. Decide whether you want to answer this or nominate somebody else. And again, please do indicate to whom you would like to nominate it, if you would indeed like to nominate. Half a question for you. Here it is. Which beer obtained its name? Play or pass? Passing over to Kira. Well, you maybe don't know her quite as well as I do. I know Kira very well. I do know that she does enjoy a drink from time to time. I don't know if she's a big beer drinker. I guess we will find out. Kira, this question is for you. Rude, says Kira. Let's find out if you know the answer. Again, Joe, you are going to be in the final, between the final two. It's just a question of whether it's going to be Samster or Kira. Good luck, Kira. Here's that question in full. From time to time. Which beer obtained its name when founder Paul Guedes noticed a colourful feature of a Jamaican police uniform? Time Strike thinks they've got it. 10 seconds, Kira. Samster's just figured it out. Clutch answer with seconds to spare. Kira is going for Red Stripe. She is saying hooray beer. Is the answer Red Stripe? It is Red Stripe. What a clutch answer right there. And Kira now poising herself to become possibly the first lady to survive and only the third person to survive the Purge twice. It's either going to be a second win for Kira, or it's going to be a first win for Joe, because Samster, that was a bad pass. Kira got the answer, and I'm afraid you have been purged. Will Joe have talent, or will Kira take the double winners club? The first lady to win once. Could she be the first lady to win twice, or is Joe going to take his place on the leaderboard? We've gone all the way through the row, so Kira is going to come to you for the final choice. Is it going to be a play or a pass? If you're going to pass, you don't have to tell me it's Joe, because there's only one player left to pass to. It's either going to be a play or a pass based on this half a question. Here it is. In the musical West Side Story. Didn't think there'd be long of a wait there. What an on-point question for Kira the opera singer. Or half a question. You don't know where it's going. But if there was going to be half a question you want to see, I imagine that is probably the one that Kira wanted to see. Something in that ballpark. Can she capitalise on it? Good luck, Kira. This question is for you. And here we go. Best of luck. That question in full. 20 seconds to decide now. Here it is. In the musical West Side Story, the gang known as the Sharks are immigrants from which Caribbean or Caribbean island? Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is what you're saying. Is that the correct answer? It is Puerto Rico. Very well played, Kira. And for the second time, you have survived the Purge. The first lady to win the Purge twice and only the third person to do it all. You joined the ranks of Samster and Toot as a two-time Purge survivor. Which isn't to say that, Joe, you haven't done a tremendous effort as a first-time non-winner of the Purge. To get down to the final two is very, very well played. But unfortunately, Kira has just outplayed you tonight. She's given that correct answer, and it means, Joe, you've been purged. But of course, the person that passes the sentence must swing the sword. Kira, send Joe on his way. Joe has talent, there we go. Joe has talent, does have to come through because of course you answered that you chose to play the question, got it right, so you have to swing the sword, so to speak. It is going to be Joe, and Joe, I'm afraid, you have been purged. Which means after 15 main game questions and a full 5 question final and 5 Purge questions, Kira, congratulations, you've survived the Purge. Well, very well done, Kira. We don't have gold, silver and bronze in this game. We only have survivors. And let me find you. Purge win. Useless noisemaker. Not so useless tonight. Useless noisemaker, Purge win. Award medal. And that will go onto the leaderboard as Screams and Noisemaker. Only the second time to survive it and only the third player to do that twice. You joined the ranks of Samster and Toot in that laudable goal. Very, very many congratulations indeed. And many thanks as well to David J. Bodicum, our writer for the evening. Let's give you 100 pennies and that author bonus. Thank you very much for a lovely pack. Yes, 5 questions there that you'll be able to use again in a future game if you would like. Let's initiate a bonus for everybody there. Purge 49. It's getting closer. It's getting closer to the magical, mystical number. Purge 49 if you would like 10 pennies at this point. And of course, we'll give you 5 pennies for every correct answer that you gave during the Purge. And they will be added to your total. Yeah, put your teeth back in, Ben. When the credits roll in just a couple of minutes. Now, after the break, I've got some stuff to show you. Stuff, as you know, is the code word for new game. It's a new game that I started this week. And actually, I got around to I finished it pretty much by Thursday. A couple of tweaks needed to be added Friday morning, and I needed to write a question pack for it on Friday as well. I had a meeting with David Bodicum, the author of this pack, who's acted as creative consultant on this game, and I ran the game through with him. He gave a couple of suggestions, but actually nothing earth-shattering. We sort of decided it's actually pretty good as it is. There's one round which I'm not quite sure. It's round 4 when we get there that I'm not 100% sure about. There might be other things as well, and so as ever, if you have any feedback from this game, do head over to the Discord and the suggestions section. I do read all feedback. I don't necessarily act on all feedback. It depends, obviously, on what it says and my own feelings about it as well. But you might have missed something that really obvious that I've missed. You might have caught something really obvious that I've missed that should definitely go in. But there's a couple of tiny things that we want to add. That David mentioned that I do want to add in due course. But for now, we think it's pretty solid. And we do hope that you are going to enjoy it. So do stick around, because that's coming up after this very short break. I'm just going to go grab myself another glass of wine, and then we'll be on from there. It's another original. It's not Man Oh Man, don't worry. It's another original. And it's warmer and cuddlier. We've had 2 fairly dark and intensive games. This one's a lot friendlier. Very much looking forward to seeing what you think of it. It's a game that is going to pair well with That Is the Question, because That Is the Question, despite being quite a big write of a game, it's a lot to write, it's actually quite a short game. It's one of the self-running ones that only takes about 25 minutes. So anywhere where we see That Is the Question in Season 6, this is the game that's going to be pairing with it. Sell me the answer. That would work. That could work. Let's stop that bonus right there. 31 players grabbing a penny. I've done the author bonus. I've done Kira's survival score as well. So stay right there, and I will be back in just a few short minutes with stuff. Brand new game from Persephone's Chair. I do hope you'll join me for it. Looking forward to sharing it with you. Congratulations to Kira, though, for the second time. You have survived the Purge. and just because I can, to eliminate any people, to eliminate the suspicion that I might be that obvious. No, it's not called What is the Answer. Stay right there if you want to find out. I'll be back in about 3 minutes' time with the final part of game night this evening. Brand new game stuff coming up on game night from Persephone's Chair in about 2 minutes' time. See you in a sec.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Welcome to Drip Feed, the latest game from Persephone's Chair. Thank you to David for the title. This was originally going to be the title of round one, but he suggested that is probably a good name for the game overall. Yes, that's for Wonderwall, not Wetwall. But yes, here we go. This is very much a light and fluffy game compared to the last two that we played. Gives lots of chance for players to take part. There's no elimination in this game. So I hope you'll have a good time with it. I'll explain the rules. It's relatively straightforward. There's a couple of quirky bits along the way. If you want to play, I like this game. So it's one of those ones, as with actually quite a lot of them these days, I've only got one button to press. If you want to play, type in the code QFZE. I'm glad the Twitch bot is working. I'm not actually testing it outside of test mode yet. So now that's all working. Before anybody suggests it, would it be good to parallel the ones with the avatars on the left-hand column avatars are on the left. Someone's going to suggest put the avatars on the right for the right-hand column. It can't work like that in this game for reasons that will become very clear. Unlike with things like That Is the Question and The Abyss, it doesn't cycle up and down because there's a big gap at the top for reasons that will become clear in a minute. They just cycle across the screen if they need to. So, yes, and that would then look very, very strange as it goes over to the left-hand side. So that's not going to be something that's going to happen. But do come and join the game if you want to come and play. I can't remember how many it is on each side. I think it's 26. Yeah, 26. 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 35 in so far. Always very encouraging. 36. Quizzes for Zeus the Extermination. Yeah, Zeus isn't here tonight. I don't know where he's been. You know what this is? It sounds like Friend Like Me from Aladdin. Right. If you go, it is a... I can't play too much. Mrs. Flush has gone to bed and next door, but... Yeah, it's very much sounds like Mr. Aladdin, sir. When Mrs. Flush isn't asleep, I'll play my remix version of this. Yeah, Friend Like Me. But yeah, this one's in D minor, or F for a lot of it. But yeah, once you've heard that, you can't unhear it. Quiz fun, zany entertainment. But yes, nice light and fluffy sort of soundtrack to go with the nice light and fluffy game. If there's no one else coming to join us, we'll give it till the end of the sting, and then we'll lock it up. Thank you very much to Shapes. A message from our sponsor, We Like
Anyone
Shapes.
fancy a macaron? May have spent too much money in Brussels.
Many happy returns, I have to say, Shapes, for earlier this week. The big 4-0. Congratulations, and I hope you had a lovely time in Brussels. And thank you very much for the 11-month subscription right there. Very kind of you. Thank you for that support. Right, the loop did actually finish over the risky business sound there. So I'm going to lock the lobby if no one else wants to come and play. I'll count you back from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lock it up. So, round 1 is called 5 Degrees. You will be shown 5 questions. Each question has a category and 5 clues. Points decrease as each clue is revealed, starting at 5, dropping down to 1. You may attempt to solve the puzzle once at each level without penalty. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out, though, until the next clue is revealed. You get a 3, 2, 1 countdown in the chat. Very similar to the mechanic of the Only Connect warm-up that we do. There are similarities with Only Connect Lupine, yeah, but it's more trivia-based rather than... puzzle and logic, if you like. So yeah, more trivia based, but similar sort of format. So you can attempt at every clue. So even if you've only got a vague idea, do give it a go. You're only frozen out until the next clue. There's no loss of... We toyed with losing points or freezing you out for the whole question. We felt it didn't quite feel right and in keeping with the game. So you may attempt at every clue, but you are frozen out if you get one wrong until the next clue is revealed. Each new clue will be revealed after 10 seconds. There'll be a timer up in the corner with a sort of outer ring that will show you when the next clue is coming up, and an inner ring showing you the total time. So it's going to be 50 seconds in total for each question. Best of luck to you all. Have fun whispering to the bot as ever. Let me just make sure everyone is clear on that. Whisper to Persephone's Twitch, but please don't type anything in public chat because it will ruin the fun for everybody else, and more importantly, won't be processed for you. So, good luck. Round 1, 5 degrees. Let's go to question number 1. The category is a celebrity. Here we go. Once explained subprime loans on camera. 5 points. Okay, next clue. Her 2016 films included The Legend of Tarzan and Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Okay, next clue. Wielded a baseball bat saying goodnight in a comic book role. Only the first to solve there, getting 3 points. A couple more coming in. Moonling as well. Received her first Oscar nomination for her leading role in I, Tonya for 2 points. And your final clue, starred opposite Leonardo DiCaprio in the 2013 film The Wolf of Wall Street. Margot Robbie is who we're after there. I'm just going to turn the sound of the game down because this one is a bit louder than Danger Zone and it's currently, I think, a little loud. So let's pop that down to 40. Yeah, Margot Robbie is what we're after there. Well done if you got that. Moonling and Oni getting 3. It's Sotley, Jogging Chum, Lewis, Mark, Toot and Samster getting 2. Claire G. Eisens, Joe, Ohey, Puzzle Dan and Shapes getting the 1. Oh, the second too late, bad luck, Salem. Well done if you did get Margot Robbie. Points on the board. Let's clear the board. And go on to category number 2 for this round. And that category is an object. Robert Adler developed the Zenith Space Command, an early version of this object, in 1956. Mark in for 5 points. Very well played. Lewis as well. And Oni, nicely done. On to the next clue. An earlier version by the Zenith Radio Corporation was not wireless and was named Lazy Bones. On we go for 3 points. Most modern ones use infrared to communicate with their counterpart object. A few more souls coming in now for 3 points. Next clue. Both Sky and the BBC have encouraged people more recently to push the red button on this object. And your final clue for 1 point. Ones that come with smart TVs might even have a Netflix button built in these days. It was the remote control, or the clicker would also have been accepted. TV clicker, television clicker, something like that. This is literally Clever Dicks and I love it. I've not seen Clever Dicks, so we'll have to call it Convergent Evolution, Samster. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. My feeling is it was sort of like going for gold, but a little bit less of a boast. And a little bit easier to write questions for, I'd say. So actually, if you've got questions for going for gold, they could quite easily be recycled for this game. Is the title not supposed to come up in chat? How do you mean, Poker? Pretty bad going for good. There's too many bugs in it, and there's too many things I need to fix with it. Yeah, it's still there. It hasn't gone away. It did, I think. Oh, the category. Good spot. Can someone pop that into? Can a mod put that into issues of Rising? Yeah, that's an oversight on my behalf. That's my bad. But yes, the category should be coming up in chat. Apologies for that. That will. If a mod can add that to issues of Rising, I will fix that in the morning. So quick fix. For now, let's clear the board and go on to category number 3. Only in the lead at the moment with 8. Lewis and Mark both with 7. On we go. Category number 3 is a musical act. Using the Azimuth Coordinator Quadraphonic sound system, they became the first rock band to pioneer live surround sound. Toot! Solving, and Emily Solving as well after that first clue. Next clue, formed in London in 1964, they began to build a fan base following a successful gig at the UFO Club. Brand new Halos solved. Next clue, in 1994 they gave their final concert tour entitled The Division Bell Tour. Claire Solving now as well. Shapes, Joe, quite a few others as well. Next clue, their past members include Bob Close and David Gilmour. And final clue for a single point, one of their most popular albums, The Wall, featured the popular track Comfortably Numb. Pink Floyd is what we're after. Very well done if you managed to solve that one there. Toot and Oni now tied for the lead with 11. Mark's on 10. Lewis and Samster in third on 9. Let's clear the board and go on to category number 4, which is a place. This place is the seat of the Dukes of Marlborough. A lot of vibra slap on this first one. Oh, but Innes and Jers solving the next clue. It can be found in Woodstock, Oxfordshire, UK. Graham C. Lewis now solving as well. Next clue. It is the only non-royal, non-episcopal country house in England to hold the title of Palace. It functions as a public tourist attraction with the maximum entry fee being £24.90 as of October 2016. And your final clue, its pleasure gardens are very popular. A bit of a trickier one there, maybe. Blenheim Palace. Blenheim Palace. Yes, the Blenheim Palace Pleasure Gardens. Ooh, matron indeed. Well done if you solved that. Toot now taking the lead with 14. Lewis on 13. Only on 12. Samster on 11. Mark and Shapes on 10. Good spread of scores happening here, which I always like to see. No Winston Churchill. Yeah. That's my bad. David didn't see this far into the pack. He only saw about half of each pack. So David's now going to be critiquing my question writing for the rest of the pack. So apologies in advance. But thank you to David as well for the first question. That was all his, or the first 4 were his. I came up with the last clue for that one. But there we go. Quotation marks make credit to all the bet. They certainly do, Edis. Let's clear the board. And go on to the final puzzle for this opening round. And the category is game. Until the early 20th century, this game contributed to poaching due to its liberal use of ivory. Notice the deliberately ambiguous category titles. Next one, the derivation of its name comes from an old French word meaning hen. Ooh, no one's solving, okay. In some versions, numbers feature quite prominently in the equipment. In others, it's mainly about 2 different colours. Shapes first to solve, with Front 3, Big Man Aaron O'Hay getting there as well. Next clue, though spelt differently, it shares its name with a coastal town in Dorset, UK. And one final clue, both American and English versions remain popular, though they have slightly different rules. It's pool. Yes, pool. American pool and English pool. And of course, in American pool, it's numbers. In English pool, it's red and yellow. Oh, you went for snooker on 5 points. Shapes could have been so close. You could have had such joy. But after all that, that is the end of round number 1. And Toot takes an early lead with 16 points. Lewis in second on 15. Mark and Shapes on 13. Only on 12. Jogging Chum and Samster in fifth on 11. But there is a good spread of points, which makes me think, A, that the game is quite balanced, and B, the question pack itself is quite balanced. So let's see if we can make any difference as we move to round number 2. Round 2 is called Any Other Name. You'll be shown 5 questions again, much like before. Each question has 5 different descriptions of the same word. As before, points decrease as each clue is revealed, and as before, you may attempt to solve the puzzle once at each level without penalty. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out until the next clue is revealed. Each new clue will be revealed after 10 seconds, very similar to the first, except the descriptions are all the same and you don't get a category because, of course, it's a multifaceted word that could have lots of different categories. So, without any further ado, good luck. Category 1. Or clue, puzzle 1. A simple card game for 5 points. Nope, on we go. A stream cipher published in 1993. No one solving at 4. A 2011 song by Craig Campbell and a 1977 song by The Damned. Claire getting 3 points there, just on the button there. The surname of a British weatherman. Lots of solves coming in now. Now one final clue. Any vertebrate with gills and without digits, most commonly found in water or on a plate covered in lemon. It is, of course, a fish is what we're after there. Yeah, it is a bop, this tune. Thought go fish for the first clue was soon. Yes. Some of these, I think round 2, some of them are. Round 3 and 4, certainly it is just single words at the moment. That may be likely to change as we move forward. But fish is what we're after. Let's clear the board. And go on to puzzle number 2. The surname of an American pianist and singer-songwriter. Oh, that is weird, Shapes. Maybe you were frozen out, I don't know. In mathematics, the polyomino of order 2. Oni solving, Mark O'Hay solving as well for 4 points, very nicely done. Innes getting 4 as well. Next clue, Keira Knightley starred in this 2005 film. Next clue, one of 28 tiles used in a popular pub game. And your final clue, the singular form of a popular international pizza chain. It was Domino is what we were after there. Yes, the pub game. Domino's, the pizza chain, Domino, or Domino's. Any variation on Domino or Domino's would have been accepted there. You just realised the maths thing now. Yeah, I realised after I wrote the question that polyomino was sort of halfway towards the answer, but I also realised it was quite a complicated clue. I wouldn't have got it from that necessarily, not until I saw the pub game. But there we go. Oh, a three-way at the top. Lewis, Mark and Tootle on 19. Lovely stuff. Let's clear the board. And yes, it does do that in between everyone because it would look really weird for the animation to go back up. David has got an idea for how I could do that without doing the transition, but I kind of like it. Who's on bottom? Who knows the front three? On we go. Puzzle number 3. A sports car manufactured by Lotus. Yeah, I quite like a G. Eisens. Does the job. Everyone having a go, might as well. Next clue. A brand of chewing gum produced by Wrigley's. No one getting it. Next clue. To be exceptionally good at or proficient in an activity or sport. Innes the first to solve, Claire shortly after, Gree MC shortly after that. Next clue coming in. With the letters ED added, an examining body. And your final clue. The spreadsheet software provided in Microsoft Office. Of course, Excel, the Lotus Excel. Wrigley's Excel was branded under a different name, I think, in America. I've never come across it, but I'm assured it is a real thing. Added at the start. Yes, added at the start. Didn't say whether it was first. Straight up guessed off start. Good a guess as any, Jack Wilfred. Excel is what we were after. Let's clear the board. Lewis pushes himself back into the lead on 22. Here's puzzle number 4. A community in the municipality of Santiago de Cuba, Cuba. An award presented annually by the Italian magazine Gurin Sportivo to the most outstanding young European footballer. I wrote the question back and I genuinely can't remember the answer at this point. The surname of a popular Cartoon Network character. I have now remembered the answer. Quite a few getting it on 3 for 2 then. Often called out after an impressive concert. 2 points. And your final clue. The second letter of the NATO phonetic alphabet. It was Bravo, and bravo if you managed to get that. Yes, bravo indeed. Lewis still in the lead with 25, Mark and 2 on 23, Oni and Samster on 22. Let's clear the board. And go to the final puzzle of round number 5. No, final puzzle of round number 2. It's question number 5. And yes, it was Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo was the surname of the Cartoon Network character. Here we go. Number 5. Holds the Guinness World Record for the word with the most meanings in the OED. Oh! This is a more common factoid than I thought, apparently. Lots of people getting it for 5 points. Very well played. Next clue. The acronym for the major and only organised financial market in a Southeast Asian country. Not going to tell you which, though. A badger's den. Got a few people getting it on 3 now. Oh, did you do it for relativity? Ah, fair. An alternative spelling for one of Adam and Eve's children. Should have it down to a choice of 3 at this point. And your final clue. The men's Wimbledon final can often stretch out to 5 of them. Set is the answer. I didn't realise that had been a relativity question. And yes, set with 2 T's, I am aware, Samster. And actually that answer would have also been acceptable. So, ha. And I checked it out. Either spelling is also acceptable, though with 2 T's is more common. Phonetically, it is the same. Sets, though, wouldn't have been acceptable. Generally, single form answers. We don't look for pluralizations. Keith, Barry and Alan, Adam and Eve's kids. So yes, more common piece of knowledge than I thought. But yes, set is the word with the most definitions. Quite a few in the OED. And that is the end of round number 2. Lewis with the lead of 30, Mark's in second with 28. 2, Oni Samster all on 27. Innes has got 26, and Claire and Shapes are tied in 5th on 25. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Nice to see everyone with some points on the board. So round 1 and 2 are kind of similar. This round I wrote an algorithm for, and let's see what you think of it. Round 3 is called Clue Chain. You will be shown 5 questions. Each question has a category and 5 clues, with letters gradually being added to each clue. Points decrease as each clue is revealed. Spelling must be exact in this round. Big change up because you've got the number of letters and you've got the display. You may attempt to solve the puzzle again once at each level without penalty. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out until the next clue is revealed, and each new clue will be revealed after 10 seconds. So, Clue Chain, it's basically Hangman. Progressive Hangman, I suppose you could call it. But the earlier you solve it, the more points you get. Only Connect plus clever is only dicks. Oh, Samster, have 10 pennies for being amusing. Very nice. I like that. I'm going to stop the game to give you 10 pennies for that pun. Beautiful. Have 10 pennies for being amusing. So, Clue Chain. Spelling must be exact. That is the key thing in this round. Upper and lower case don't matter, but don't add erroneous spaces at the end. I will patch out spaces and stuff at the end. But yeah, that's the level of this game. So, without any further ado, let's go on to puzzle number 1. Category is a place, and it's 8 letters long. U. Add another letter. U. Ooh, indeed, G. Isons. Aha! Adding a T and an O, that might help out a bit. And adding an S. Yes, what I will add is that the algorithm is indiscriminate. It doesn't look at the word and think what makes it obvious. And adding a final E for the end. It was, of course, Toulouse, the French city. So yeah, this algorithm, it doesn't discriminate about where the letters get put in. So it might do that one clue. It's sort of got it decided, depending on the length of the word, it adds a certain number of letters at each stage, but it doesn't look at what makes it obvious or not. It just adds that number of letters in. So Toulouse was the answer there. So you might have some clues that make it really, really easy. How did I type it wrong? Bad luck, Oni. Let's clear the board. Lewis in the lead, but only by a single point. 32, 31, 30, 29, 20. Oh, goodness me. 32 down to 26. There's 1 point between players. Let's go on to category number 2. Deity, 10 letters. Yeah, I thought we might get 1 or 2 solves there. Here's your next one. Adding an E. And the next one, adding a P and an E. And adding a T. A few more solves coming in now. Final clue. Adding another 2 letters there, an A and an S. Can you work it out? It is the Greek god of fire, Hephaestus, or Hephaestus if you prefer. Mark taking the lead with that, up to 36 points, but all still very tight at the top. Couldn't spell it. It is a spelling round. You've got to get your spelling right on this one, because all the letters are given to you. Oh, bad luck, Emily, bad luck. Let's clear the board. Boop. And go on to category number 3. Medical condition, 11 letters. Tricky one to start with. A couple of people having a go. Some souls coming in now. This is good algorithm. This is a good algorithm. A couple more people getting it. Does that help you? And your final clue. Just 2 letters to find now. It was anaphylaxis. Oh, all change. And Lewis retaking the top spot. Look at this. 39, 38, 37, 36, 35. How exciting. Anaphylaxis is what we're after. Let's clear the board. And we'll go on, words but atom signs, to category number 4, which is a surname with 12 letters. Ooh, 3 together. Algorithm favouring you here. Can you figure it out? No, we'll go on to the next one. Still no one yet. Okay. Next clue. Ah, Gree-MC, the first to solve role played. That was either 4 or 3, I couldn't quite tell. That's definitely a 3 for Itzotli there. And for 2. A few more solves coming in now. Final clue. One of those more obscure English surnames, Brackenridge, is what we were after there. Innes now jumping into second with 39. It's an A. I thought it was an E. No, Brackenridge with an E. Brackenridge. Probably could be spelled with an A, but yeah, never heard of it. I've heard of it loosely. I don't know anyone with that surname though, but it's John Breckenridge is a guy. Oh, fair enough. No, Brackenridge is definitely a surname in and of itself as well. It's one of those things. It's yeah, algorithm going to show the letters, but there is only one answer there. Let's clear the board and go to the final puzzle for round number 3. Puzzle 5, it is an artist with 10 letters. Ooh, a few early souls. Very well played for 5 points. Given the first letter here, does that help? And your next. And the next. O at the end. One final clue then. If you were struggling on spelling, that will hopefully clear things up for you. Caravaggio is what we're after. Caravaggio. Ah, modern artist. No, very much not a modern artist. Ye olde worldy Renaissance, I think, Italian artist. And that is the end of round number 3. Focus on the right window. So at the end, it's not Tchaikovsky. No, definitely not Tchaikovsky. At the end of round 3, Innes and Lewis are in the lead with 44. Mark's got 43. Sam's got 41. 240. Oni and Shapes on 38. But all still very close and still much to play for. 25 points per round. And points equal pennies in this game. So you've got a maximum of 125 pennies available. Let's go on to round number 4. This one is the most complicated one. It's the one that could maybe do with still some further tweaking. But David and I had a chat about it. I think we were broadly happy with it. David did suggest it might be a good idea to have an example in the instructions. So take a minute to parse them and I'll try and explain them nice and clearly. Round 4 is trivia code. This is most similar to cryptex. I would probably say. You'll be shown 5 questions. Each question has a category and 5 clues, each with a number. For each clue, take that number of letters from the answer, started with the first letter of each, to form the main answer. A pen and paper may be useful for this round. Points decrease as each clue is revealed, and as before, spelling must be exact. All the other rules are the same. 10 seconds for each clue. You may attempt to solve the puzzle once at each level without penalty. So, for example, if the first question was, what is the name of the company behind Game Night 2, you would need to find the answer Persephone's chair and take the first 2 letters, which are P, E. If the next question was, what is the most abundant element in the Earth's atmosphere. The answer would be nitrogen. You take the first letter N, and then you've got P-E-N. If the next clue is what is the capital of Turkey, 2, the answer would be Istanbul. You take the first 2 letters of Istanbul, it's not, it's Ankara. I know it's Ankara, but it used to be. And then you've got I-S. And then the answer would be penis. Yes, I know it's Ankara. That's my bad. I was trying to spell something amusing. P-E-N. Yeah. What was the former capital of Turkey, I should say? Yeah, Penang. You know what I'm getting at. So that's the idea. So you will be shown the number of letters at the start, as well as the category. So the more letters you get, you might start to be able to see where the category is going. Pen 15, yeah, quite. Hopefully that's relatively clear. If you played Cryptex, this should be a doddle. It's sort of a simpler version of Cryptex. I'll have to watch that back on the VODO. Hey, I missed that. Just natural reaction to that, obviously. Anyway, have fun with it. See how you get on. Round 4 is trivia code. Here is category number 1. In the kitchen, 6 letters. Object used to unlock a door. First letter of it. Remember, you're not answering the clues, you're trying to answer in the kitchen. Lots of people getting here quite early on. French magician Blanc Pradier. Take the first 2 letters. Next clue. Transportation that uses rails. First letter. Largest city by area in California. First letter. Few more solves now. Large mammal with Indian and African variants, 1 letter. It was a kettle that we're after. An object used to open a door is a key, where we got 1 letter, the K. French magician is Etienne Pradier, E-T. Because we wanted 2 letters from that, so K-E-T. Transportation uses rails. Train could also have had tram. First letter is just a T. Largest city by area in California is Los Angeles, from where we got the L. And a large mammal with Indian and African variants is an elephant, from where we got the E. K-E-T-T-L-E. Get the hang of it? Hopefully so. Let's clear the board. And let's go to category number 2. That was a bit of a sort of tutorial. Kettle to boil your drip through, yeah, a little bit. Little bit of a tutorial there. This one is probably a little bit harder. Category is video game, 6 letters. Traditional title of the son of a king, first letter. I know exactly what everyone's just typed there. Next clue, children's board game where players must perform surgery. There we go. Oh hey, the first solve. The first noun in the title, title of the US national anthem. You want 2 letters from it. Tolstoy novel Blank Karenina. First letter. And the last clue, the zodiac sign represented by the scales. Postal, and I didn't realise until I tested around this pack with David that Portal was such a great decoy answer there. That's entirely accidental, which is why spelling is important in this round, because it's a different game and very much not the answer. So the traditional title for the son of a king is a prince. Children's board game where the players must perform surgery is Operation. The first noun in the title, yeah, I thought a lot of people might try Portal. First noun in the title of the US national anthem was Star, the Star Spangled Banner. So that's S-T. Tolstoy novel is Anna Karenina, where we got the A, and the zodiac sign represented by the scales is Libra, P-O-S-T-A-L. Bad day for a mailman. Yes, Postal, not Portal. Very well done if you got that. Let's clear the board. In this with a strong lead now, 51. 5 points clear of second place. The next category is a TV show with 8 letters. A cobra, viper, or adder, for example. Just the first letter. Squid Game has more than 8 letters, I would say. 2013 Spike Jonze film starring Joaquin Phoenix with 3 letters. You got the first 4 letters. Can you work it out? Next clue. American football coach Vince Blank. First 2 letters. To go on holiday in a tent. And the last clue, 1,000 grams. Well done if you got Sherlock, Copa Viper or Adder is an S. Spike Jonze film starring Joaquin Phoenix is Her. That's the entire title actually, they're all 3 letters. American football coach is Vince Lombardi. To go on holiday in a tent is to camp, and 1,000 grams is a kilogram. Sherlock. Is it Jones? Is it pronounced Jones? Or is it I always thought it was Jonze, but I might be wrong on that. It is a good. It was good, but I didn't sort of connect with. I wouldn't say it was one of the best films I've ever seen. It was certainly good. Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson were very, very good together. But I've not seen enough Spike Jonze Jones films to pass judgment on how it is with the rest of his stuff. But yeah, Sherlock is what we were after. Let's clear the board. In is still with the lead, 54. Second place goes to Mark and Toot at 48. Lewis in third on 47. Next category is music, 8 letters. The telling signs of a medical condition, 2 letters. Or first 2 letters, I should say. Lots of people getting it from that alone. The opening movement to Grieg's first Peer Gynt suite. It's the first letter. Next clue, element with the atomic number 15, first 2 letters therein. Formation of a word from a sound associated with what it's named. Apologies for the typo. First 2 letters there. And the second UK single from Coldplay's album Parachutes, just the first letter. Can you string it together? Sam just worked out how the round works. Symphony is what we're after. The telling signs of a medical condition are a symptom, S-Y. Opening movement to Grieg's first Peer Gynt suite is morning mood, M. Element with the atomic number 15 is phosphorus, PH, I think. Formation of a word from a sound associated with it is onomatopoeia, which is the O. And the second UK single from Coldplay's album Parachutes was Yellow. Symphony is what we get. Let's clear the board. And go to the final category, which is place, 11 letters. The day a marriage takes place, first 2 letters. A lot of people have to go. Oh, and some solves as well. The right-hand side of a boat when facing forwards, first 2 letters. Debussy prelude used in the opening level of Untitled Goose Game, 3 letters. Alter ego of rapper Eminem, just the first letter. Can you get there? Last clue, the TV used to be limited to without a satellite dish, first 3 letters. Westminster, a bit of a trickier one there. So the day a marriage takes place is a wedding, W-E. The right-hand side of a boat when facing forwards is starboard, S-T. Debussy prelude used in the opening level of Untitled Goose Game is minstrels, M-I-N. The alter ego of rapper Eminem is Slim Shady, S. And the TV used to be limited to without a satellite dish was terrestrial, T-E-R. Together they spell out Westminster. Very well played. That is the end of round number 4. Yeah, no clue on that one. So the idea of that round is that the clues are supposed to be a little easier than perhaps some of the other ones, and it's yeah, hopefully that it's a bit like Cryptex. It's a bit more critical thinking, which so there's quite a lot to think about and string together in the early. And of course, you can guess early, so you might sort of strike it lucky on the first one. At the end of round 4, Innes is in the lead with 60. Mark has 56. Toot and Samster are in tied third on 52. Lewis and Shapes tied fourth with 50. And Oni is in fifth with 49. But it is still all quite close over on that left-hand side. Could still go any number of ways as we go to the final round. Okay. Sorry, I have a nervous twitch, and new games making me twitch. So if I'm making strange popping noises into the microphone, apologies if that's bothering you. This next round, so far, everything you've seen is, I think it's quite a cool format, but it's all stuff that I've sort of done before in one way or another. This round is not. This is... It's very hard questions actually as well. That's good to hear, Big Man Aaron. This round is so far removed from anything I've done previously, and I really hope you like it. Round 5. It's all a blur. You'll be shown 5 pictures. Each picture has a category. The picture will gradually come into sharper focus. Points decrease every 10 seconds. You may attempt to solve the puzzle once at each level without penalty. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out until the next point level. So, Twitch chat isn't going to help you here. If you're on low latency, there's nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. But the picture is gradually going to sharpen. Special thanks I have to say to Ash for helping me figure out the pixelation package that I've used. It's the way this works. The picture itself is actually... So if you think of the game, if this is the game screen and the camera that is projecting the game screen is here, the picture is actually like over here with a second camera capturing that, and then the screen that you'll see has got a render texture of it. So it was a slightly complicated workaround, but it does work, I promise you. The only thing for this is that lag isn't going to help, but it will be full screen. Drop my Gaussian blur over the question. It is very much that. I really hope you like it. Best of luck. 2.62 seconds latency, that's not too bad. It's all a blur. Here is category number 1. It's a celebrity. Remember, you can try at every level. No, dropping to 4 points then. Shapes the first to get there. Very well played, Shapes. Lewis getting there, brand new Halo. Joe getting there. Quite a few people getting in now. Here's your next drop down to 3 points. And for a single point. Who is that? A sports ball, no way. Again, I'm not surprised Shapes got there first. It was Novak Djokovic, the tennis player. Very good. I think he's still world number 1. Well done if you got that. Let's clear the board. Andy Djokovic. Nice. That could be a good raid message there, Samsted. Andy Djokovic. Lovely. In is still with a lead of 64. Mark in a clear second now, 57. Lewis and Samster and Shapes all tied in third with 54. Let's go on to number 2. The category is Landmark. Oh, a few 5 points coming in here. Dropping to 4. Down to 3. What is it? Can you tell what it is yet? I shouldn't say that because he's a nonce. Was it Rolf Harris who said that? I think it was Rolf Harris who got cancelled for being a paedophile. I won't say that again. Apologies. Single point if you can solve it now. I think you're on a very nice score at the moment. Yeah, that's my bad. My bad. It is the Washington Monument. I did have the Eiffel Tower in there originally, and changed it because I thought it was too obvious. Yeah, we don't mention it. That's it. We'll cut that in the edit. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, the Washington Monument is what we're after there. Let's move on rapidly and clear the board. And go on to number 3. The category is a band. Yeah, heated game show postponement. I'll go to a different one. Oh, Innis getting 5 points then. So keep pressing and guessing. Brand new Halo getting 5. A few 4s coming in now. It's good, it's not the one. Keep guessing. There's Mr. Chips, what's he up to? I'll channel my inner catchphrase instead. Keep pressing and guessing. 2 points for solving now. And a single point for solving now. Who is it? They're coming into clearer focus. What's Mr. Chips doing? It's One Direction, of course it is. Well done if you managed to solve that. I will say, I do need to give kudos over here to David, who gave me the idea of pixelation for a picture round. I sort of wanted to do a picture round, and David said, could you pixelate it? And I said, actually, I could probably do that with layers. Actually, I've ended up not using layers, but doing something else. Fuck's sake, Malik. It's One Direction, is what we're after. Very well done. Let's clear the board. 2 more in this game because this is the final round. Category number 4 is food. There's Mr. Chips. What's he up to? Oh, you getting the 5. Nicely done. Into 4 now. Chance for a second guess. And to 3. Innes getting there at 3. Now for 2. Can you get it? Last chance. 1 point if you can solve it now. What is that? What is that a plate of? It is a lasagna. Either with an E or an A would have been acceptable there. Spelling does not have to be exact on this round, I should have mentioned. It's a lasagna, and Mark now on a very nice score of 69. Let's go to the final puzzle. Messed up Welsh rarebit. No, it probably wouldn't. Looked too small to be a lasagna. Ah. Well, there we go. Praise for film, actor, TV. Well, let's see what we get for category 5. It's a film. Of course it is. Oh, Lupine the first to solve here. Followed by Jack, brand new Halo, Samster, down to 4 points now. What's Mr. Chips doing? There's Mr. Chips, what's he up to? Into 3. And it's still not got there, but he's got an insurmountable lead at this point. Can he get it on this last one? There we go, Ken is getting it there. It is Star Wars. Very well played, but also accepted. A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 4, Episode 4, Star Wars A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope, and Star Wars Episode IV. Yeah, there is the writing down there which may have given it away. It occurs to me I could use actually shots from films and TV shows as well for a media-centric one. Yeah, I think that works really nice. I have to say, originally I had a logo here and I had the KFC logo, and it was so obvious at 5 points that I thought, okay, I can't do that. So that's the one thing I need to be careful of, is that some are really, really obvious at the beginning. But there we go. That's the end of that puzzle, the end of the round, and the end of the game. Oh, that's good to hear, Lewis. You hate picture round, but you did enjoy that. Good. And that is the end of the game. And our winner with 78 points is Innes. Very well played. Mark takes the silver medal with 73, and a tied bronze between Lewis and Samster with 70. And that was Drip Feed. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, G. Icelands, very much. So like with the Abyss, I have to add. I still haven't added this to the penny system, but I will backdate medals for gold, silver, and bronze. I just haven't got them at the moment. So that's a question pack from largely from me. David, I think, contributed 1 or 2. And David's got a couple of ideas to how to make questions a bit more interesting as well. Good. Glad to hear, Mark. Glad you like it. As ever, if you've got specific feedback, do go join the Discord, pop it into the suggestion section. I can see that there are some people writing in there already. My feeling is that seems to be generally well liked. That seems to be the impression I'm getting from people, which is very encouraging. So thank you very much in advance for that. Please do give me feedback. I do read it all and may have some ideas. I may sort of take on board those ideas that you said. End it with winner's name. You are the biggest trip. That could be fun. It's your new favourite game. Oh, thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. Brackenridge aside, yeah. Well, say question writing for it. What I'm thinking, because obviously I've now scheduled season 6, which takes us up to April. But because that is the question, it's quite a short game and is quite a big write. This is a game that I think would sit as a good contrast. So like Red Herrings runs as the double bill, this is probably going to pair with That Is the Question. That Is the Question is scheduled for 4. So opening it up to question writers, anyone who wants to write questions, if you want to claim a pack of this, then do make yourself known to me. Yeah, I see you bagsing it, but do go and bags it in the question writer section of the Discord, so that I've got it formally. So we've got 4 That Is the Questions planned, and a big man Aaron calling shotgun as well. I think I saw Oni saying he wanted to write one, so that's certainly 3 that have gone. If it's as popular as that, I see a Bagsy from Lewis T. Jay White, I want a pack of drip. Drip feed. Drip, please. Okay, maybe we'll have to play a few more of it. I think it's quite a long game. It's a good sort of 45-50 minutes, so we can't have... It's not the game that you could do a double bill of in a single stream, not with the sort of format we have at the moment. So just 24 hours of drip feed. Well, hey, if it's popular, then maybe we'll bring it out a bit more. Might have to completely rejig the schedule of season 4. Season 6, whatever the next one is. The penny system is in, so you will get pennies equaling the points that you have at the moment. You won't get medals. They will be added on when I get around to updating the app, which will probably be at some point this week. 500 trips. Yeah, well, it's safe. If it's popular, then and people want to write it. People like new things, not that people don't like old things. Take the schedule wheel out of storage. Yeah, Here's the thing, because I plan the season so far in advance. Because I plan a whole season, like I planned season 6 now to the end of April, so we're literally 6 months in advance. In a way, it's kind of foolish, because I recognise that I sort of average a new game every month, and that's going to completely screw up the scheduling. So it's something that but I also like to be organised and make sure that we've got packs. So we are about due a mega stream. That's a good point, Exactly. I do need to do another mega stream, probably early next year. I'll do another big charity thing. I mean, it's going to be difficult to top last year, which obviously launched the Face-Off tournament, which was a huge success. So yeah, next mega stream, probably January, February. I'll give some thought as to what the sort of running theme of that could be. I can't just one of absolutely everything. I could just call it one of absolutely everything deal 2. I think we sort of moved on a little bit from Deal or No Deal, so I'd have to come up with a new tagline. So one of absolutely everything 2, maybe. I'll start thinking about a date for that if people want to come and support that, and have a hunt around for some charities that are close to me. Anyway, as ever, feedback much appreciated. My impression is that was quite light, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say the spread of the scores is about right as well. Fucking because we've got nobody's got 0, which means people were playing throughout. Either that or they got points early on and then left at that point. But I think people were playing throughout. But also, it's not a big bunch of scores and then a big gap. It's all quite evenly spread. Someone will be able to tell me the standard deviation after looking at the VOD, I'm sure. But hopefully, that bodes well for this game. Whether that means it's a good game or the pack was just quite balanced, or remains to be seen. But I hope you like it. I do look forward to hearing your feedback about it. That is going to be it from me for this evening, because it's 11:30 and I've got to go to church tomorrow. We are going to raid... Who are we going to raid? Let's raid Supersonic, Sonic Speedrunner. Good guy, really great guy in the Sonic Speedrunning community. And the raid message is going to be Andy Djokovic. So that's going to be our raid message. We're going to go and just say hello to them. I'm sure other stuff will be happening in the servers, but what is going on this week? That is a very good question. I am going to be back on Tuesday. We've got Millionaire, triple bill of Millionaire this coming Tuesday. I forget off the top of my head who the packs are written by, but Tuesday night, 8 PM, do come join me for that. Bash is back on Wednesday with 1 versus 100. Happy Hour is coming back next week for the 11th of November with Google That, a pack written by Carr. Bash is back again on Friday the 12th with 1000 Heartbeats, and then I'm going to be back here next Saturday with double Buzz Off, the continuation of the second round matches, and double Red Herrings, a pack from Cyclespace, and actually a pack from me. Which I'm looking forward to sharing with you in Red Herrings next Saturday. So that's what you've got coming up. As ever, all this information and more in the Discord. Do come and join us, and feedback and suggestions. If you want to write questions for stuff, get the question writer roll and come and join the question writers part of the server. And that's going to be it. Massive thanks to David for his spending so much time with me on Friday, going through the game, suggesting questions and things for improvements with it. Again, really looking forward to hearing your feedback on it as well and see what you like about it. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be absolutely splendid. Wrap up warm because it is starting to turn. It's getting a little bit cold over where we are. So I hope you're keeping warm and well. Until next time, I'm going to be back on Tuesday. Enjoy yourselves. Take care. Be absolutely splendid and marvellous as ever to each other. And until next time, I have been Royal Flush. You have been watching Game Night. Do take care. Peace out. And good night.
I saw you on stream, like during that trivia thing that J-House was doing. Yo, Royal